Alright, y'all already know what time it is, you know what I'm saying? Happy Monday. What's going on, party people, fat boy family? If you can hear me, drop a 1 in the building. Let me know what your sin of the day is. Let me know where you're watching from. And share this video. Let's go! JC, what's good with you? I see you in the building. You got Sherrod in the building. I got Luan in the building. You know what I'm saying? We are streaming live to YouTube. We are streaming live to YouTube Shorts. We are streaming live to IG. We are streaming live to Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Do me a favor, hit that like button, drop a 1 if you can hear me, and tell me where you're watching from. If you're on Facebook, definitely share. That way you can tell a friend to 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 tell a friend. That fat boy Finesse is live again. Can't nobody do it better than Fat Boy. Can't nobody do it better. We're gonna have a good time tonight, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say we're here for a good time, not a long time, but y'all already know what the vibes is. Let's go, drop a 1 if you can hear me. Hit that like button. Let's get it popping tonight. We should get to 100 likes early tonight. Early. Let's go. Duval. We got the action on the building, you know what I'm saying? Ball the free action in the building. Got the iconic blue extra in the building. Let's go. We're gonna have a good time tonight. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Oh, y'all know what it is, man. As you're coming in the chat again, if this is your first time watching, drop a 1 if you can hear me. Let me know what your sin of the day is. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. And hit that like button. Share it. That's your way to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. That Fat Boy Finesse is live again. Let's get it. Let's go. Who gonna bring 5 people to the stream tonight? Who gonna tag 5 people for me? Who gonna tell them Fat Boy is live again? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Come on. I see y'all coming in the building. I see y'all. We got Charleston in the building. Bacon family, what's good with you? Pacific Northwest in the building. My guy Ben got on that Soul Cafe smelling real good, you know what I'm saying? J Mace got on that French Avenue Atlantis. Let's go. Sherrod, you already know what time it is. We're having a good time tonight. Let's go. I got 5 on me. Shout out to everybody that's watching over on IG. I see y'all. Mundo, I see you. What's good with you, my guy? Caesar, I see you. What's good with you? JC. Clay, I see you. Let's go. Let go. Let go. We're gonna have a good time tonight, man. We gonna have a good time tonight. We gonna time tonight. Oh, we gonna have a good time tonight. Yeah. Y'all already know what it is, man. We're gonna have a good time, not a long time. Let's go. Oh, everybody say, I got 5 on it. If you got 5 on it, you bringing 5 people to the stream tonight? Can we get 5 likes in the building? Can we get $5 in the building? Let's go. All right. Dun, dun. Hey, man, shout out to everybody in the building, man. Let's get it. Hey, so I got some interesting things going on. Let me check something here real quick. All right, so I think we're good right there. Yo, party people, fat boy family. What's going on with y'all, man? Wake up! Crazy work. What, you tripping? Hey, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in. You know what I'm saying? As you're coming in, those of you, I know you've already put a 1 if you can hear me, but drop it 2 if you can see my beautiful smug face on this evening, man. Hit that like button. Listen, we don't raise an offering around here. I don't make people give super chats. You're welcome to do that. I don't make people hit the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, Venmo, none of that. I want you to come. The cover charge is free. I want you to come, kick back, have a good time. We're gonna laugh a little bit, talk about a little bit of fragrances, you know what I'm saying? Talk about some other things that's going on around the world. You know, we might get into the voting acts tonight because it's kind of crazy what's going on. I might not, I might stay away from that. We might have a separate conversation. Charlie, we gotta get the Patreon jumping off, man, because a lot of things, that might be an off the note type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, maybe. But I'm gonna talk about that tonight too. Also, but yeah, man, let me know where you're watching from. As you're coming in the room, speak to your neighbor. You never walk into somebody else's house and not address the people that are already in the room. You know what I'm saying? That's how I was raised. We was raised with manners to be like, hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how's it going? So as you're coming in the chat, talk to somebody that you've never talked to before. Let me know what your center of the day is and let me know where you're watching from. Yeah, I've kind of changed some things around from a hardware standpoint and it's kind of bugging me out. So I'm hoping that everything is going according to plan, but I can already tell something is not functioning the way that I prefer it. All right, so I think, yeah, there we go. I think I like that just a little bit better. All right, boom. Let me get to the bottom of the comments here. Shea Butter in the building, what's good with you? Mundo got on that center of the day, Qinan Rose, El Caldi. All right, Rick Kennedy, what's good with you? Watching from wine country. Okay, you in Italy, my guy? Ralph, what's good with you? Appreciate you coming in. You know what I'm saying? We got them likes in the building, referring to us. Yo, you really just determined to give me a hard time with you. I don't understand it, yo. I don't understand it. I try to support you. I try to show you love. You know what I'm saying? We trying to put some money in your pocket. You still don't want to come on the show. It's all good. We still got love for you, Shea Butter. It's all right. It's all right. Big Homie the Great says, got that nitro gold layered with Hawass Elixir. Ooh, that's a crazy combination. Okay, Mr. Nobody 718.99. I see you, man. What's good with you? Appreciate you coming through. All right, here for a good time, not a long time. Yeah. I said, classic. I got 5 on it. Don't quit, Walt. It's just the juice, man. OJ the juice, man. The juice is loose. Crazy work. The juice is loose. You know what I'm saying? Yo, it's hot. Yo, let me look at this this fragrance that Mondo was talking about real quick. Can I even spell this thing right? Can I even spell it right? Qinan Rose. Let's see what we're talking about. Qinan Rose by El Caldi. Okay, released last year. Citrusy, woody. Okay, bet. I knew it was some oud in here. So we got Chinese oud, geranium, ginger, papao oud, taif rose, Thai oud, white rose oud. Okay, so this is a real rose oud fragrance. All right, floral, spicy, woody, bit animalic, green, resinous. Perfect for fall, winter, evening, night out. Very modern, classic vibe. Okay, Mondo. I expect nothing less. You know what I'm saying from you. It literally, the bottle, I'm looking at the picture. It literally says artisanal perfumery, unscripted and curated. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all. That sounds like crazy work right there.
That's split. That's split.
Yeah. How much it cost? Yo, it says see prices. That's what I want to know. How much it costs? How much does it cost? That's the real questions we need to be asking. See, bro, you can't ain't even no price. I know you got this exclusively from somebody. You can't even. Wow, there's an artisanal oud community. It's called Oudict. Okay. 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 I see. I see. I see. I see. All right, bet. Yo, real quick, let me know. If the music is good, drop a 3. If the music is too loud, drop a 4. If the music is good, drop a 3. If the music is too loud, drop a 4. I switched something up, and what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing is not necessarily matching. So yeah, we can get into the show. But if the music is too loud, drop a 3. No, if the music is good, drop a 3. If it's too loud, drop a 4. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure of that. Money bags in the building, JC. Okay. Brad says we got 3s. Okay, I got some 3s. Bet. Kev, what's good with you, my guy? Paul Matthew, Boo Jeremy, No Limit. Appreciate you coming through. Still don't want to come on the show. Yeah, I still don't want to come on the show. It's all right. We're gonna talk about it though. D Web, Center of the Day, La Lobo, Bergamot 22. Yeah. Nothing like a little sister. That guy Cardo, Vulcan Few, watching from the Triple D, dirty Dallas. That's what I'm talking about. DJ Hill got on that Arabiat Prestige Marwa. Yeah, okay. Everybody in the building. Smooth got on the Imperial Jade with the Mazaj infused. Okay. We got another Raf in the building. I see you. Baronda from Nasamata. I think I've seen that. Raf is wearing that Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Cologne Forte. So shout out to Will. Who sent me a sample of that. I don't like the way it wears on my skin. We got 3s. Okay. Raf said drop it just a notch. I appreciate you. All right. I appreciate you. I think we should be good right there. If for some reason, let me show y'all the fragrance that he's referring to, and we'll go ahead and get started early tonight. We don't want to show that. Guerlain. Yeah, for it does not wear well on my skin, and I don't know if it's the almond and the grapefruit that's clashing, but this is the fragrance right here that Raf is referring to. All right, so this is right here. So you can see a picture of the bottle according to Fragrantica. All right. And this is one of the latest releases from the House of Guerlain. I love their L'Homme Ideal collection. I love this collection. This is a great way to get introduced to some of the best perfumery in the world. Like, Guerlain is a goated, historic house. They have done some great, amazing things. They also have some very expensive fragrances. So this is one of the best way to get your foot in the door with this L'Homme Ideal line. But Cologne Fort. I wanted to say Forte, but it's Fort. Is nice citric, nice spring. like a spring gourmand. You know how we talked about the EVA, like the Discover Me's and all of that, that Olivier Crisp helped make from that house. This is similar with the almond and the citrus. Just I consider it kind of like a spring, nice spring, but that almond kind of gives it the slightest gourmand feel to me. But it's something that just clashes. My sinuses don't like it. My sinuses don't like it. On the strip, when I sprayed it in the air, I was like, this is cool. But once I got that thing on skin, I was like, it was not doing what it needed to do. So there was a no-go with that one. Now, what I did end up purchasing, one of the samples, I've talked about several of them, but one of the samples that I did end up purchasing, I actually wore this the other day, is this is actually my first Roja, like full bottle. My first full bottle of Roja. I've had some decants and samples and some other things or whatever, but my first full bottle of Roja was Apex O Intense. Nice, green, grassy, you know what I'm saying, fragrance. Let me pull up the information on this real quick just so y'all can see it. We starting early, we diving in. But beautiful green, spicy, you know, fragrance, which is different typically, you know what I'm saying, from the DNAs that I typically wear, but perfect for something like spring is a real grassy season. So I definitely appreciate that. I'm gonna get back to the chat in a second, but let me show you this real quick. So those of you who have never experienced Roja, I definitely encourage you. This is another house when it comes to perfumery. I know people get scared of prices and all of that. And I know a lot of my audience, you're really heavy into the clone, the inspired by, the dupe space. Nothing wrong with that. But the more fragrances you dive into, the more things you smell, it's gonna open you up to experience other things. And so this is a there are a lot of aromatics in this fragrance. So those are the main accords that you have there. You know what I'm saying? Citrus, aromatic, green, woody, fresh, spicy. I guarantee you can find 10,000 clones that probably give you those accords. It smells nothing like this. The perfumery, when you look at the breakdown of what's in this fragrance, it is who it says it is. Now, to me, I'm gonna tell you what I get. You get the citrus, you get the mint, you get the grass on my skin, and a little bit of that driftwood or whatever. All of this other stuff, you know what I'm saying? But that speaks to how well blended it is, where you're not really able to kind of pick out the nuances. One of the things about blends, if you can distinctly pick out something out of a fragrance, especially when it has this many notes going on with it, and take Fragrantica with a grain of salt. I could have pulled up the information directly from Roja. I just had this up available. So take that with a grain of salt, whether it's correct or not. But when you have that many ingredients, that many things making up the accords and notes, if the perfumery is not great, you're gonna be able to be like, oh, I smell this, I smell this, I smell this, I smell this. When really it shouldn't be that drastic. You shouldn't have that ability to be able to pick out things like that. There should be a level of, ooh, like this is nice. Like you should be able to pick out accords. Quick lesson, and y'all, you can, I'm not the expert. Correct me, y'all correct me in the chat. Fragrance and music is most related to one another. People think it's food, but I think it's music. Fragrance, there's a difference between notes and accords. The average person, if we did a very quick lesson on theory, you can tell the difference between a major chord and a minor chord, but you might not be able to tell me what key it is. See, because what happens is I can tell you major chords typically evoke feelings of, there's a joyous moment, there's a happy moment, there's this pomp and circumstance moment that a lot of times you see with major chords. And then there are times when there's a minor chord, typically when one of the notes in the chord, you flatten or you diminish or whatever, you get into all these different things, it evokes a different feeling. It puts you, either it soothes you, you know what I'm saying? It either is going to soothe you. So this is how we get into neo soul. There's a difference between pop, R&B, and then neo soul. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference there. Or if we go from neo soul, it can put you more into almost like, let's raise the tension. Let's create a mood where now the hair is standing up on the back of my neck, either because there's a moment of fear getting ready to come, or there's a moment of anticipation, and I don't know whether I'm going to be excited about this or I'm going to be excited from the standpoint of I need to get the heck up out of here. So most people, when something is blended well, you can pick out the accords. You can say, you can pick out citrus. You might not know what the citrus note is. You can say something is fresh. You might not know what is creating that fresh aspect. You might say it's sweet. You might say it's woody, but you might not be able to tell me it's driftwood, it's cedar wood, it's gaiac wood. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to say it's floral. You don't know if it's white floral, yellow floral, you know what I'm saying? If it's ylang ylang, if it's jasmine, if it's rose, if it's tuberose, if it's Damascus rose, if it's Bulgarian rose, if it's Turkish rose. You see what I'm saying? So there is a difference when it comes to, ooh, I know how that smells. I know how to describe it. But those people, when you really get into the weeds and you're smelling so much, and you can start breaking things down where it's like, no, I smell that, I smell that, I smell that, I smell that. That is not always a good fragrance. That is not always the sign of a good fragrance. So this is one of those fragrances. Fragrances like these are what takes my nose. I ain't talking about y'all. It takes my nose to a different level, because you get to the point, you can pick this apart. I can pick this apart. I can pick apart Bond. I can pick apart Parfums de Marly, because they have signatures. They have things you're used to smelling. They have repetitive things that you smell over and over again. You know what I'm saying? You smell a YSL myself, you smell a designer, you can pick that apart. Azaro keep making the same flankers over and over again. So I'd be questioning some of y'all to be like, you can't pick that apart yet? But then when you start to get into other brands and they're doing things that you're not used to seeing, that's when it's like, okay, let me take things up a notch or whatnot. All right. So, but this is something that I have been enjoying. Not even so much because it's this amazing smell. It's just, it's a different experience. Most of y'all, I don't think will even like this. I don't think this is a mass appealing DNA. I don't think the majority of people that even watch my content would even rock with this fragrance, but I like it. I like it. It's different. You know what I'm saying? Just the grassiness of it. Sometimes, so it's like the smell of gasoline. You know what I'm saying? Like people that like working in the yard, they wake up in the morning on a Saturday. Let's get some landscaping done today. That's the type of vibe that fragrance is gonna give you. All right, let's look at the chat real quick because I'm already running off at the mouth. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. Let's take a look here. Mondo says people are afraid of the artisanal notch. Okay. Checking them out now. I agree with what you just said. Boom, 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 boom. Let me go back up. Okay. Y'all was talking about that. No sin of the day, but ran club day we intense man yesterday. Okay, bet. Okay. It's the Rock in the building. I see you. Cold Diva, good to see you. All right, bet. To Lab. H-Town, how you like that joint? Is it me or is Ocean Noir and Ocean Noir Parfum not worth the hype? Smooth, that's a good question. It depends on how you define hype and it depends on how you define worth. I like both. I love both, as a matter of fact. I just think, again, a lot of what we talk about is subjective. There, you have one side of FragCom where it really is subjective. You have the other side of FragCom where it's all hype. It's all hype. And it's funny, we get on these Reddit threads and we get in these Facebook groups and we blame everybody but ourselves. We blame everybody but ourselves because we don't want the marriage. We want the wedding. Y'all got me preaching. It's too early already. People don't want marriage anymore. They want the wedding. They want the bottle. You know why they want the bottle? Because people have made folk feel inferior for sampling. Social media is crazy. I talked about that in my I Quit video. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we have allowed social media to dictate so much of the level of validation that we need when it comes to this space, and not just FragCom, but every single industry, where people legit get upset. I'm not talking about you, Smooth. I'm just saying in general. People get upset when they be like, this ain't worth the hype. Nobody made you buy it. Sample it. You would have avoided the hype if you sampled it and been like, oh, you know, it's cool, but it ain't all that. And what you deem is not all of that is somebody else's favorite player. That's why I say sometimes we got to learn to stop being so, you can't take all the emotions out of it, but you can't let emotions get in the driver's seat. Because now we having barbershop conversations where people are getting upset, getting in their feelings, and they want to fight about things that don't affect their bottom dollar. Don't affect their, I'm about to say bottom end, but that's not it. Their bottom line. It does not affect their bottom line. LeBron James has never done anything for me. Michael Jordan has never done anything for me. Kobe Bryant is my favorite basketball player. R.I.P. Bing. He has never done anything for me.
Now, that's that one thing I do like, and that's that funk right there.
I'm not about, you know what I'm saying, to have a fist fight and go into tears because of who I think my favorite player is or who I think is better. It's my opinion. And 99.9% of us have never made a fragrance, never purchased raw materials, never sat down with a perfumer. No different than we argue with the people. Like one of my favorite podcasts, I'm ranting. I'm just talking, we chopping it up. Tonight I'm chilling. I'm not really concerned about numbers. So y'all will be all right. One of my favorite podcasts is Gil's Arena. It is amazing to me. And Gil's Arena, straight to the Baja. I used to watch All the Smoke. I don't really watch that anymore. Jeff Teague and them podcasts, yeah, I'm sorry. But it's the chat. It's the chat. It's amazing to me the people in the chat that's gonna argue with a professional athlete. Somebody who got paid. Say what you want to. I'm an alum of the greatest university in the country, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. I love my school. Say what you want to about Rashad McCants. Rashad McCants did what 99% of people who walk the face of this earth will never, ever do. He made it to the NBA. You know how many people have played in the NBA? I'm asking Google right now. Approximately 5,000 players have suited up for at least one regular season or playoff game in NBA history. This is as of 2024, if I'm not mistaken. So we're just gonna say roughly about 5,000 in history. History. I don't care how you feel about him. The situation he went through at the university with the paper classes and all that kind of stuff. I could say a whole lot about that. I'ma just say a lot of the hate that Rashad got, he didn't deserve. And if you know, you know. Now, people feel like when it comes to a brotherhood, you don't snitch. I agree to a degree, depending on what we snitching about. Cause I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to jail for none of y'all. No, I love you. Call me what you want to. Never. I'm not doing a bid for I'm not ruined. And I didn't do anything. Now I'm talking about for real, like bad, wrong time, wrong. Y'all call me what you want to call. I do not care. Whoop, whoop. Hey. I ain't had nothing to do with it. call. I'll be a punk. I'll be whatever you want me to be. I bet you I'll be home sitting in front of this camera. Don't drop the soap. But I'm like, boy, stop. This guy. Crazy work. Well, that's disrespectful right now. No, I mean that with the love of God. I'm gonna be home looking at you on USA just like this. Just like that. But yeah. But it's people that's gonna argue with the perfumers. That's why I be like, now I'm like, you right. You want to be right? You right. Whatever your opinion is, you are absolutely right, 100%. You're right. I don't care. You're right. I ain't got nothing to say. You are right. You are right. You are right. Larry Bird was the GOAT. You right. You right. You right. You right. Played a whole game with his offhand because he wanted to save his good hand for the Lakers. Yeah, and Kobe played the whole game left-handed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. KB, what's good with you? Need the best Greenwich Village and best summer recommendations. Jason Garcia, the best Greenwich Village is Greenwich Village. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Hey, y'all can hate on them heels all you want to. Y'all can hate on them heels all you want to. What are y'all talking about? Everybody knows it's different and everyone also like what they like. I think pull the trigger. Okay.
Marcus Murray.
Okay. Appreciate that, H-Town. Smooth say you giving one away? Say less. Say less, Smooth. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Hey, y'all, Smooth say he giving away fragrances tonight. Kobe snitched also. Bro, let me tell y'all something. Hey. Here's the thing. It's a lot of people in life that say they won't snitch. Okay. I will say this. And keyword, and listen to what I said. Kobe is my favorite basketball player. Kobe is my GOAT. Kobe is my subjective GOAT. I grew up with Kobe. Like I'm talking about I was butthurt when Kobe died. And Kobe ain't done nothing for me. but inspired the mama mentality. But I cannot sit here and tell y'all that Michael Jordan is not the greatest basketball player that I ever watched on TV. Michael Jordan, I'm talking about whether you was watching, look, hold on. A Sunday afternoon after church, a Sunday afternoon, this is what you hear right here. Come on, bro. You know what time it is when you hear that. Bruh. You hear that right there? Come on, dog. Y'all know what time it is. Michael Jordan, and this is pre-championships. This is pre-championships. This is we talking like rookie Mike. If we go, this is pre-championship. I think pre-championships solidified Mike as the GOAT. I love LeBron. I love Kobe. Kobe could not shoot like Mike could shoot. Kobe had to dial in. Kobe had to lock in. Kobe was not the athlete that Mike or LeBron was. LeBron is the smartest basketball player. He might be the most skilled basketball player I have ever seen. I like LeBron is the Tom Brady of the NBA. Tom Brady Tom Brady gets the GOAT status because of the championships, because of if we're down and we got to drive and we got to do a 2-minute drive to win the game, whose ball people would be scared to see Tom Brady get the ball, because it's like, we know what's going to happen. We've seen it time and time and time again, regardless of how you feel about Deflategate, all of those different situations. But Tom Brady is not the best quarterback, like the most skilled quarterback you ever watched. A lot of people would say that's Peyton Manning. A lot of people would say that's Joe Montana. A lot of people would say that's Dan Marino. A lot of people try to say that about A-Rod, about Aaron Rodgers. A lot of people now are going to say that's Pat Mahomes. And I think Patrick Mahomes is super overrated, if we're going to keep it a buck. That's just my opinion. That's what a lot of people are going to say. But I'm a Pats fan. And as much as I love Tom Brady is not the best quarterback that has ever played football. But people consider him the GOAT. But what makes him different from a Jordan literally, I'm talking pre-championship. What could Jordan not do? If we gonna be objective. If we gonna be objective. Bron is not what could Bron do? Here's how you have to ask this question. Let's take championships and all this other stuff. That's why I said pre-championship. Let's take all that out of it. Here's how I answer the question. If we look at the player, what can Mike do that Kobe or Bron over the duration of their career couldn't do? What could Kobe do that Mike or Bron couldn't do? What could Bron do that Mike or Kobe couldn't do? Which is why I got to take Kobe out of the conversation as far as best of all time. Because why? Because everything Kobe did was a direct replica of Mike. Kobe was Mike 2.0. So by default, I gotta put Kobe to the side because Mike still was a better scorer than Kobe when Kobe first came out. Now, granted, you can't hold that against Kobe because Kobe came out of high school. Mike played 3 years in college under Dean Smith. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put him to the side because I'm not gonna hold that. I'm not gonna use that to uplift Mike any more than I'm gonna use that to uplift LeBron. LeBron could not shoot, y'all. LeBron, look, to me, LeBron really couldn't shoot until he came back to Cleveland the second time. And you can say what you want to say. Now, JC, people say he's a glorified scorer. That's it. That is ludicrous, bro. That is ludicrous. Never seen Jordan take a subpar roster to the playoffs. See, this is where the debate get crazy. If we talk pre-championship, are y'all crazy? Are y'all crazy? But here, I'm saying take the team out of it. See, let's take the team out of it. We're talking purely player versus player, not championships, not what they did, player versus player. What can Bron do that Jordan could not do? What could Jordan do that Bron could not do? That's the only way. That's the only way you can be objective and really being like, okay. Because again, LeBron is the all, like, he was asked to do everything. He was asked to do everything. Jordan wasn't necessarily asked to do everything. To me, I've always hated the discussion because LeBron to me was he was compared to the wrong MJ. He was Magic 2.0. LeBron very well could have been the greatest point guard to ever walk the face of this earth. That's my opinion. That's my honest to God opinion. I think if I would have played LeBron at point guard his entire career, that's my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. But we're never gonna be able to have this conversation because y'all ain't gonna take, you know what I'm saying? LeBron destroyed the big three Celtics with scrubs after how many y'all tripping. Y'all tweaking, bro. Y'all are tweaking. Y'all did not watch basketball. Y'all are talking emotion. Bron destroyed the big three Celtics with scrubs. Jordan couldn't beat Bird. Hey, let me ask you this. Outside of Isaiah Thomas, who beat Bird in Magic? Because you know Isaiah, that's his one claim to fame where he'd be like, who other than me has beat Bird and Magic? Who have you seen? Are you literally going to sit here and tell me that the big three of Paul Pierce, Rondo, and KG were better than Bird Celtics? You can't look me in a straight face objectively and say that. We talking about Bird Celtics. And are we talking about Jordan couldn't beat Bird? Are we talking about the same Jordan who Larry Bird said that was God in sneakers? We talking about the same Jordan that dropped 63? Was it 63? Was it 63? Am I wrong, y'all? Was it 63 points? Come on, bro. And I love Bron. We got y'all, we got to stop. We got to stop. That's why I said take team out of it. 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 If we go skill for skill, I think overall, Bron has a mind that is ridiculous. I think overall skill, but I think the skill sets that Jordan had trump the skill sets that LeBron has. And I think that's what held Bron back. Now, I don't hate on Bron because the man went to 8 straight finals. Do y'all understand how much of a feat that is? People love to say he's 4-6. What is his record? What is his record? What's LeBron's record in the finals? I won't even go talk about this tonight. People love to say he's 4-6. The man went to 10 finals. 10. I'm not gonna hate on him. 10. Who has done that? Who? 10. Do you? 10 straight Not 10 straight. He's been to 10 finals. He went to 8. Back to back to back to back. Bruh. This man went to the finals 8 straight seasons. 8. So there's no hate on LeBron. There's no hate. There's no hate. I just think overall, better basketball player, I'm taking Mike. I'm going to feel safer with Mike with the ball in his hands. But Bron is going to be judicious. He's going to be cerebral. Bron can dissect a game. That's why even what Bron is doing right now. Now, y'all remember, Gems, either I was on your live or we was on live with Dez and Ali. And I said, oh, we gonna get, y'all, you can say what you want to. Now, granted, KD won't play it. But we didn't have Luka or AR until what, game 5. So y'all kick rocks. Oh, nah, it's over. Houston gonna drag it. Okay, all right, whatever. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen with this OKC. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. That's a whole nother conversation for another day. Mike could not win in the 80s. Bro, who won in the 80s? Who won in the 80s? Y'all tweaking. Before Jordan played in the NBA, on the Olympic team, he played against all-star NBA players and they didn't win a game. The players that were on that roster were Magic, Bird, Isaiah, Parrish, and Worthy. I would say that LeBron, I think LeBron had to develop the killer instinct. I think Jordan's killer instinct came from when he didn't make the basketball team. So he had a chip on his shoulder to prove everybody wrong. I think that's where his killer started. And I think once he beat Georgetown, it was over. When you give a man the confidence to believe that he can do it and he does it under that much pressure, he's unstoppable. LeBron hadn't gotten to that point yet. I think once LeBron got over Boston, once he did beat the big three, it was like, okay, now bruh, because that fourth quarter, one of the greatest things we've ever seen. Yo, we gonna get the fragrance, but I got a question for y'all. Greatest comeback win, Tracy McGrady or Reggie Miller? Tracy McGrady with the Rockets. Greatest fourth quarter comeback win, Tracy McGrady with the Rockets or Reggie Miller with the Pacers? I think they was playing the Spurs. I think the Rockets was playing the Spurs. Yeah. I got a question. Yeah, that's my question. That's my question. That's my question. All that matters is how many rings you have and how much help. But Handy, if that's the case, then niche snobs win everything. JC, I guess you're talking to somebody else, but here's my thing. Y'all like to isolate stuff. We're talking over a period of time. LeBron had that instinct in moments. We wanted LeBron to be a killer at all times. One of Skip Bayless's greatest gripes with LeBron was that literally, bro, this is why I respect Giannis. Now, he ain't gonna play but probably 2 more years at the rate he's going. Giannis said, I don't care. Giannis plays how we wanted Bron to play. Giannis has the motor that we wanted Bron to have. Bron was judicial. He would do it in spurts when he needed to. But we wanted to see that killer. We wanted to see that. That's why Kobe took after Mike. That's why Mike said in the All-Star game, he was like, he gonna take it. He not gonna let it come to him. That's kind of what we wanted to see. Now, granted, you grow to appreciate the way LeBron approaches things. LeBron had the skill set to be better than Jordan. He had the man been the 10 finals. He been the 10 of them. And the only one that he had no chance of winning was the first one. And then the KD one. The 2 to K. And to me, I don't want to hear nobody talking about Steph trying to steal LeBron's legacy because those are KD's championships. I don't care what y'all say. Steph got 2. That first one and that last one. For real. But we not finna give the light-skinned babyface assassin that much credit. No. KD took them 2 from LeBron. There was no way Golden State was beating Cleveland if they ran that back. No way, no how. We done came back 3-1. Oh, we dog walking. Oh, it's over. We dog walking y'all. So they went got the assassin. That was it. That was the difference. That was the difference. Come on, bro. That was it. That was it. That was it. Kobe is my guy. He wasn't always that killer. You crazy. Kobe was a killer even when he was shooting air balls. Kobe was a killer when he shot all them air balls in the playoffs. Now, Jason, I'm gonna end it with this. This is how we bring it back to fragrance. This is the same debate we have in the fragrance community. This right here is the same. It's the very debate we have. Now, granted, I think it's dope. I think it's. We're gonna argue. We're gonna talk about it. I think people can't have an argument without being emotional. When we say argue facts, people want to argue selective facts. But that's why I say I give LeBron praise. If people want to say LeBron as they go, I don't argue with it, bro. I don't argue with it. But to me, I feel that with what LeBron's skill set was, I personally feel that LeBron underachieved. Because I think LeBron could have had 10 scoring titles. LeBron is that good. I'm like, I wanted to see more. I think that's why LeBron is so good now, because he didn't give his all. Now that may sound disrespectful, but I think you'll understand what I'm saying. Because of the longevity of his career, I think he was playing the longevity game. You know how we was watching Dragon Ball Z and the sagas that, like, say a Cell would get into with like Goku, and Cell would be about to die, tire himself out, and Goku would be like, bro, I ain't even tapped in, you know what I'm saying, to a third of my power yet. What are you talking about? We ain't even there yet. Jordan was, like, for comparison purposes, Jordan was Vegeta. LeBron was Goku. Vegeta didn't care. I'm not talking about accolades. I'm talking about mindset. I'm not talking about accolades. I'm not talking about. Mike was Vegeta. Let me at him. Let me at him. LeBron was Goku. LeBron has tried to do everything the right way. All right, let's get into some fragrances. Let me run the disclaimer and get out of here because y'all funny. The views and the opinions expressed in this program are those of my own and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities I represent or collaborate with. I love fragrance. There will be no clone slander, designer slander, or niche slander. Like what you like, love what you love. Most importantly, don't take my word for it. Get your own nose on it. They gonna trip when they hear this. This guy. Nah, it ain't Jada. It's Fat Boy, but you can call me Walt. Walt J. Hey, let's cut up for a little bit. Here we go. That boy crazy. Call me Mr. Elixir. My nose is something sinister. I'm stone cold like a tombstone. I'm a finisher. Finisher. A fragrance that a finisher. Preaching about these oils like they holy. I'm a minister. Trying to set the record straight. Curve is the real king. Still got love for grease. Savage made them girls free. Can't forget that 1 million got me feeling real lucky. Call me Fat Boy, but don't test me. It can get ugly. I'm trying to find a new cologne. I don't really know where to go. That boy out here singing, boy. Crazy work. Hey, get him again, Fat Boy. I'm a real fragrance reviewer, from niche to designers. You can never clone Fat Boy. I know that's right. I'm rocking with the Czar and my homegirls, the oil lady. Paris, Milan, a little tougher than my other ladies. Renaissance man, though I never been to Harlem. Love a New York night like a crook, love a bond man. Bailing out the game, but don't call me a savior. Casting out these phonies, call me a demon slayer. In the words of my brother Dedrick Hicks, positive vibes only. Positive vibes only. Just as a quick note, I might have a special guest tonight for a quick moment, just for us to talk about some things. But we shall see. Y'all going off. Yeah, y'all is going off it. I know what triggered y'all. Brown was down 3-0, I believe. No, 3-1. Cause 3-1. 3-1. Hit 3-1. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, you ready? No? Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay. Or at least an hour. Just let me know. All right, bet. All right, yeah, so in about 5 minutes, I'm going to bring up a special guest. All right, but let's get into before we run off the rails, let's get into the sin of the day. None of y'all got this right. I was out perusing the streaks on and shout out to everybody that's watching on Facebook, YouTube, IG, TikTok. I'm still sorry. I was out perusing and man, it was booming. I haven't gotten this many compliments back to back in a long, I'm talking about boom. And nobody got it. Nobody got it as far as the fragrance that I was wearing. But from the house of Mason Azrar, also my sin of the day today, we have Vanguard. Which is that Absolute Aventus DNA. And I got word today that Neeb did a Clone War video, and guess what won? Now, I'm not saying you had to take my word for it. I'm not saying take Neeb's word for it. But I'm just saying, when this came out and I was on it, I told y'all thought I was being blasphemous. Did nobody want to listen to me? I guarantee you this is probably sold out. If it's not sold out already, I guarantee you once Joe Mashop put this in the hands, does Cal have this already? Y'all, you got to know how things work in this space. Hold on. Cal Cologne Vanguard. Does Cal have this? Yeah, Cal talked about this. But let Cal bring it back. But yeah. But yeah, this was the scent of the day, man. This is, you know, I don't think people want to admit this. As good as Supremacy Collector's Edition is, which is back there, I'm not about to go reach for it. As good as it is, it does change over time. And it doesn't necessarily get better in a way that I prefer. As it really starts to mature and starts to age, you know how a lot of times we talk about fragrances getting better with time, but I don't like, for lack of a better term, I want to say it starts to grow, it starts to lose the vibrance, all right? It starts to lose the vibrance. You know how you start turning gray? It starts to turn gray. You can tell you're getting older. Now, if you like that kind of thing, then cool, by all means. But again, it's subjective. It's subjective. Yeah, it's subjective. Well, Will, I felt like that. If we go back to the early stages, shout out to my guy Razor Ramon. Shout out to Razor. And I remember when it came out, I said that from Jump Street. I was like, it don't smell like that to me. I never felt that it was, like, it's a twist, but I never felt it was the perfect representation of that. You know what I'm saying? But O2 Married, Scent of the Day, Frostbite. Jason, where you going, man? Hey, yo, where you going? You can't go nowhere. Now, Mishigu, with all due respect, I respect everybody's opinions. I don't know what your relationship. I treat people like I treat fragrances. It's subjective, but we will maintain respect. I'm not gonna call Neeb a dork. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you have said that on Neeb's page, then respect to you. I don't think you have. I don't think you've pulled up on one of his comments and said, hey bro, you're a mega dork. Now, if you have, hey, I'll back up, respect. But yeah. Elixir is coming. Yeah. Yo, so all the hype right now is these Elixir fragrances. I mean, now shout out to my guy. If I start calling names, I'm a Lord, what's his boy name? I'm sorry. What is his name? Lord, Dylan. I couldn't remember that jump for nothing. Spray and Pray Scents. Spray and Pray got the whole collection. No, or it was Mykonos. I think Mykonos. No. He got all of Mykonos. Somebody just recently got the Elixir joints, and they are all sold out. They are all sold out. Now, I like the bottle styles. I love the bottle styles. I love the bottle styles. Like, I can't even front. When I seen the bottles, I was like, ooh, I'm a fan. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Elixir. These joints right here. Yeah. Like the most. Now, Jumbo Shop only got 3 of them. If you go to the Elixir website, like all of them, they're like all of these joints are sold out. So do y'all have, who has any of these? Does anybody in the chat have any of those? Two available on Jumbo Shop right now. Yeah, I see that, Handy. They down here in Dallas. Yeah, I've been seeing they've been making their rounds. Agreed, James. Agreed. And that's look, I respectfully, yeah. Respectfully. Okay. Shout out to you, Magoo. Shout out to you. I guess, I mean, I don't know why, you know, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that. Zelrail says, why is nobody talking about Summer's Mink? I think because we're waiting for the second iteration to come out. And I think Summer's Mink is for a very specific time. I love it. Super sexy fragrance. It is for a specific time. It is not one of those things we're gonna talk about all year round, you know, but some people don't want to be associated with Drake. Derek T, I don't know where you're located. Hold on. Perfume Planet. Hit up, dang, I don't know if they can ship to you though. Hit up Perfume Planet in Houston. Yeah, hit up Perfume Planet in Houston. I think it's Perfume Planet. Perfume Planet. Is it Perfume Planet? Yeah, Perfume Planet, Texas. This brand right here. Hold on, I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share it. Whatchamacallit. Hey, hit this brand up right here. Hit this brand up right here, Perfume Planet, Texas, and see if you can get your hands on it. Or go to my guy. Go here. Actually, you know what? Go here. Hold on. Go here. Let me help you. Pookie, Marcus, I don't know what that is. Go holler at my guy. My guy Ricky. Go over here. Wrong one. Go over here. Go to Facebook. And search for Alpha Fragrances. Yeah, go holler at Ricky Kanda. Tell him Fat Boy sent you. Go holler at Ricky Kanda and tell him Fat Boy sent you. If you want it right now. I think, yeah, if you want it right now. I can get it. But if you want it right now, go holler at my guy Ricky Kanda. All right, let's do something real quick. Hold on. What time is it? 7:58. And this will be a phone. So you don't have to be. All right. Yeah, Elixir is some new brand that's making waves, Will. Elixir Parfums. I don't know much about them other than what I've seen floating around. I do know they are a dupe house for the most part from what I've seen. Now, they may have some original DNAs or whatnot. I just haven't seen them. I tell you what though, they have invested a lot of money in their packaging and their presentation. Now, if anybody has any, are those bottles glass or are they plastic? Or are they a hard plastic? Because if that's glass, I need that. Y'all not touch. I'm a bottle whore. I'm a bottle whore. Hey, Jims, I know you said they're down there. Have I Bond 9 Island? Yes, I think it's overpriced. I think it's too expensive. Is Messiah Elixir top 10? Top 10 what? A top 10 from Chris? I think this is Chris' best fragrances. If you talking about this right here, if you talking about that right there, not top 10 collection. Not mine personally. I can't say that. But I will tell you this. This might be top 10 as far as things I've smelled in the first 5 months, the first 4 months of this year. And And I've put my nose on a lot of stuff in the past 4 months. I ain't just talking about, I'm talking about decant sample. This is that good. This puts me in the mind. This puts me in the mind. It's not a clone in any way, but how I feel about this right here. So how I feel about this Sacred Bond, I might feel stronger about this. Because y'all know when I initially reviewed the fragrances that Chris sent me, one of the things that I said that I was like, I don't care for the oil. The oil concentration was too high. This had none of those issues. And the other ones like 316, this is good too. I still got to talk about this one or whatnot. But and then I got Wings of Jasmine also. But Messiah's Elixir is worth the hype. And he told me it's the hardest fragrance that he worked on. And I was like, well, it shows. That joint is fire. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold you. Now, Scarlet Poppy. One of my favorite fragrances. There are two different kinds. Me personally, I have the Cologne Intense, which does last longer than the one that's in the all red bottle. All right. But this is not a fragrance that you're wearing for a long time. This is a fragrance. You talking about Messiah's Elixir? Hold on, I'll pull it up. Cause y'all ain't even gonna get me to lie. I don't remember everything in it. I do know it's a beautiful blackberry, which is why I was like, yo, I want to smell that. But beautiful blackberry fragrance. All right, this is Messiah's Elixir. See, it's like, and he just brought it back. It's sold out again. It just became available. I saw the email the other day. But in the top, you get pink pepper, citron, blackberry, and pear. The blackberry and pear is one of the most beautiful openings I've ever smelled in my life. But it's the jasmine that's the star of the show. It's the jasmine that's the star of the show. It is a beautiful, fruity, floral, musky fragrance, which is right up my alley. Right up my alley. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's good. It is good. Like, no cap. Now, as far as this, me personally, I have an oil from the oil lady for this also. Because the thing is with Joe Malone fragrances, they don't last a crazy amount of time. So if I want heavier performance, if I want better performance, I just I got an oil from the oil lady. Let's look at the comments. So that's interesting you say that, because I have not smelled Absolute yet. I've smelled the OG, but I have not smelled Absolute. Which stronger with you? Intensely? Intensely is my favorite. Yes, again, that's the thing. That's the thing. Well, KB, hold tight, because there's Ball de Freak and then there's Ball de Freak Absolute. I don't get Ball de Freak vibes from Messiah's Elixir at all. I don't get Ball de Freak vibes from that at all. So that's what I'm saying. Hold tight. All right. So shout out to my guy Dez, who's a complete hater. New Risasi Hiwas Thunder, man. This guy. Yeah, let me hit this for you. Let me hit this for you right here. This guy. That's how I feel, man. Risasi Hiwas Thunder. So basically, we already knew it was supposed to be a myself clone. It's crazy. Fragrantica is a trip though. Hold on, let's look at this. Let's look at this. I am so off the beaten path of what I was supposed to be talking about tonight. But so, you know, citrus, fresh, spicy, woody, fresh, fruity, aromatic, yeah. I think the bottle is ugly, if you ask me. I think the bottle is ugly. I think that's lame. That's me personally. I just, you know. Hey, Dez, does the bottle look, is it clear? And you can see like the joint in the bottom. Like, is that more of an engraving? I think it's kind of corny, if you ask me. I just would have done the silver bottle, but that's me, you know. But bergamot, citrus, bergamot, ginger, apple, spicy notes, woodsy notes, amber. But as you can see, there you go. There you go right there. There you go. Let's see what people are saying. Beast mode. Okay. Reminds me of YSL Absolute. Maybe a tad bit sweeter in the dry down. The scent profile is really smooth. I don't get any sharp synthetic edges. Overall, a fantastic one for the summer. After so many okay, I trust this review because of this right here. After so many flops in the middle, I agree. Finally, a good one from Hawass. Even though Verde wasn't bad. Verde wasn't bad. Okay. Rubbish scent, never blind buy, and don't fall into the trap of Fragrantica ratings. Don't go for this, please. It smells like dirty water mixed with apple cider vinegar. I have myself Absolute in collection and can confidently say this is 85 to 90% close to the LG. Pretty freaking amazing for a $40 frag. Versace's done it again. Still tested performance though. Okay. Okay. I recently bought this. Haven't smelt myself. More stronger with you intensely. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so Fragrantica, you got to take with a grain of salt. You got to take with a grain of salt. But this is a good reference point for what you can pretty much expect. So it's three Versace's that's supposed to be coming out. Let me see if they got the other ones too. Hey, if you looking while we here, last minute Mother's Day fragrances, or if you're in trouble and you need to buy something for your girl and you're on a budget, I'm telling you right now, check your local hair stores or whatever. But speaking of Hawass, this Hawass Diva is fire, especially if she is I want to say 30 and older, but that might be offensive. This is more of a mature, to me, this is more of a mature fruity vanilla. I think this is grown. That's a grown woman scent. And that ain't for you. That ain't for no little girl. That's cougar territory right there. Lava Gold. So we got Lava Gold. That's the other one. Hold on, let's show that. Lava Gold, which is supposed to be a leather joint. Leather, warm, spicy, oud, fruity, animalic. What is? I wonder, is this supposed to be a Nasamato joint? Oud Maracuja? Is that what we really running it back with? No. Pineapple, grapefruit, and well, there's no passion fruit. Leather, oud. I guess they're trying to create the illusion of passion fruit here. Yo, Dedrick Hicks just went live. Boy, it's been a minute. I'm about to jump on Dedrick's live in a second. Hold on, y'all. I know some of y'all can go over there anyway, so I'm gonna help you out in a second. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And then we got, what's the other joint? Hectic. I think you got Hectic. It's called Hectic or Exotic. Exotic. This is the other joint. Exotic. Woody, earthy, white, floral, powdery, amber. What in the world is this? I know this is gonna be crazy. What? What are people saying? Lamella Elixir Absolute. That's terrible. That's lame. That's terrible. Oh boy. That's interesting. I mean, the hype kind of died down for Lamella Elixir Absolute. They're bringing it back. Yeah. Ain't no fruit in here though. So they're using carrot. Okay. Interesting. 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 What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Bruh. For me, Bond number 9 Tribeca, Burberry Goddess. So Bond number 9 Tribeca or Joe Milano Game of Spades Royale. Burberry Goddess or Lattafa Angam. BR 540, any version of it. Those are the three that I love to smell on a woman. Most recently, you've probably seen this floating around, but this smells amazing. Michael Cinco M5, one of the most beautiful fruity floral, this fruity rose that I love, has this cotton candy thing kind of going on with it. If you get a chance, I'm telling you, this is a sleeper that nobody is talking about. I seen Daniel talk about it and I seen Steven talk about it. This is one of Lattafa's best fragrances that nobody is talking about for some reason. Delisle. This is crazy. This is crazy. What else? I like Love Don't Be Shy on a woman. Ooh. Hey fellas, thank me later. Thank me later. Thank me later. Some of y'all, you either last minute or you don't get paid till the last minute. Go to the mall and smell this and thank me later. Go to the mall and smell this and thank me. You might can find this in your local TJ Maxx, which is wild to me because this joint is fire. I love smelling French Defense on a woman as well. Something about cherry on a woman is just crazy. But this right, bruh. Trust me. Trust me. Vanilla Powder is another one. Vanilla Powder is another one that I love. Hold on, let me see what Digit's talking about. Let's see what D is talking about.
Throughout the year so far.
Oh, Dedrick got on glasses.
Really excited.
Hold on real quick. Is this gonna play?
Carry on the conversation. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. We're gonna get a quick little water break, music break. And we're gonna get to it, man. Hey, nobody don't play better music than me.
Hold tight, y'all. Nobody
don't got the vibes like me, bro, on the music, bro. I'm sorry. If you do, holla at me.
So y'all can hear that, right? Yeah, y'all can clearly hear that. Oh, I can't hear it. All right, hold tight.
Okay. What's good? Once again, hopefully everybody is doing well out there. It's been a long time, man. Glad to be back. Live stream 187. We got a couple streams. We actually have one tomorrow. All right, we're gonna be bringing Miss Heather on. I got a few streams I got to put together. I got to linking up with Fetty soon. Linking up with JB. Linking up with a few people who I've been meaning to connect with on the live platform. So, it's just a lot, just a lot going on, but everything's good.
My bad, y'all.
Can't complain. As long as my family's healthy and my family's doing well, work is work. The grind don't stop. So, everything is cool. Man. Got a lot going on. Got a lot going on this week. I'm celebrating a birthday this Friday, May the 8th. I will, Lord willing, be turning 42 years old this Friday. Also, Mother's Day is this weekend. Shout out to all the beautiful mothers out there and all the beautiful women who play the mother role to, us.
Y'all already know what it is. We show love the Brooklyn way.
Lot going on this week, but most importantly, I am off the entire week. So I'm catching up on rest, doing some things that I just haven't gotten a chance to do. So I'm definitely going to savor the time for sure. So one thing we are going to do tonight, I think he's on right now, but shout out to my guy, Walt. All right, Fat Boy Finesse. And last night, after the game went off, I hate when I don't know what the NBA got going on with their schedule, bro. I don't know what they got going on with their schedule.
This is interesting.
But I like them 10-30 games. I know it's the playoffs, but we had 2 game 7s yesterday. I get it. Games was over. So, I'm just strolling through YouTube.
This was not playing.
Through Netflix or whatever.
Y'all look at Dane.
Something. And then I seen Fat Boy post a video late. It was like 9 something.
Y'all look at Dane.
Like, I quit. I'm thinking about quitting or something like that. And I'm like, no, you're not.
Look at Dane, y'all.
No, you're not. I almost hit him last night. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a knee-jerk reaction kind of guy. So I watched the video and I have some thoughts on it because I feel Fat Boy, and I had Fat Boy on him, man. I don't know, maybe it's been 2 years maybe a year, 2 years ago. I don't know. And we had a great live conversation.
We got to run it back.
We need to link up again, myself and Walt. But where he is now and what he's dealing with now, that's where I was at that time.
So y'all know I'm not lying.
But I flipped the switch about a year and a half ago, and I don't deal with those vibes anymore.
Y'all know I'm not lying when I said
we'll
that.
Get into that in a little bit, but we're gonna go to the chat. We're going to see what's good with y'all. Ask your questions, whatever you got. We're going to kick it for about a good hour. I had some technical difficulties. I couldn't jump on right at 8. So that's why we are here now, but all is well. Again, programming note, we will be back tomorrow night. Me and Miss Heather, we will be going through the Guerlain L'Homme Ideal collection discovery set. And here it is. We're going to be doing this tomorrow night. So myself and Heather will be on tomorrow night. Tomorrow we'll be on at 7. All right, at 7.
Y'all see Dame over here talking. I told y'all how y'all
I'm very excited about. I haven't tried anything from that line. I've heard a bunch of stuff from it, but I haven't tried nothing. So definitely going to be looking forward to that. All right. So here we go. All right. So let's go to see if I remember how to do this, man. So I'm assuming this. I'm assuming this is Qinan. All right. He said, "Where's molasses at?" Talking about Lavelle. I'm glad y'all still have this rivalry to see who shows up first, for sure. Well, what's up with you, my guy? Hopefully you're doing well. No doubt. Operation Takeover. Peace and blessings.
So he's at the top of the chat.
Nazar Dapper. Dedrick, I sent you an email a while back about some cigar lounge frags. Assuming you didn't get it though. Maybe you did. Maybe you did.
All right. So listen, he's at the top of the chat. He's at the top of the chat. So I'm gonna touch back in a second because it's gonna take him a minute to get down to the bottom, but I'm gonna keep this up so I can see what's going on. But yeah, let's go ahead and deal with the this was not on the agenda tonight, and I appreciate y'all that's still watching or whatnot, but we did not I put out a video last night about me quitting and yeah, part of it might be I knew some people was gonna feel like it's clickbait, and it's not really. In full transparency, if you know me, then you know I quit like every week. But my reasons for quitting are different. Not to say I quit because of the BS. It's more, and here's the reality of it. Yeah, I know, ignore it, don't pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? I get that. I get that. I get that. And I already know the video was like 30 minutes. I know everybody wasn't going to watch the whole thing or whatnot. I get that. I am totally aware. I know. Don't pay it no mind. You know, don't engage in it. Ignore it. You know, pay attention to the ones that support you. Yeah. Okay. That's easier said than done. This is why you have to have the right people around you to help you keep things in perspective. That's why you have to have the right people around you to help you keep things in perspective. All right. Simone, now you don't know. You better go ask John, and you better go ask Mo. you better go ask John, and you better go ask Mo. But real talk, I knew some people were gonna feel like it was clickbait, and it wasn't. But I had to share the perspective. Shout out to what Marion just said. Literally, you took the words out of my mouth. It was a great perspective. I had to share the perspective because I'm not the only person that feels that way. All right. And it's not just about fragrance. It's about life. I keep telling y'all, fragrance is love. It's not life. It's love. It's not life. Some people have made fragrance their life, and it shows. It's starting to weigh on them. I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound crazy because, you know, I told y'all I was gonna stop calling people names. I think Cal being in a relationship was one of the best things that could have ever happened to him because he needed a break. If you notice, Cal's content has slowed down just a hair. If you look at Neeb's content, it has slowed down just a hair. Because these are people who have allowed us into their personal life. You take somebody like a Gents hasn't done that. Gents is posting every single day. He will pull his wife in here and there, but for the most part, you're not gonna get that information. You're not gonna find that. And so it was necessary because, again, I'm not the savior of FragCom. I can't save FragCom. I'm not Jesus Christ Superstar. I don't want to save him or whatnot, but yeah, hold on real quick.
Sure. All right, Andy, my son today,
okay,
new birthday.
But yeah, I just the fragrance community. And again, I can't be Thanos. I can't do this right here. But I think everybody just need to take a chill pill. Okay? That's it. Everybody just need to take a chill pill. It ain't that deep. It ain't that serious. It's not. It ain't that serious. It's not. Tazo just went live the other day. Yeah, Tazo was back. Tazo was supposed to be doing another video or whatnot. I thought the video was about you really quitting. The Rock, here's the thing. Have I considered it? See, because, and this is what I was saying in the video, and it's no shade to people, but I say this humbly and respectfully. I'm not new to the platform. Well, I'm no longer new anymore, but I wasn't new to the platform. I was new to the space. And you know how sometimes you can come in green and you expect different because the people you meet for the most part are different until you find out it's like the internet is the internet and everywhere is the same. Because it's not just fragrance. It's the sneaker community. It's the tech community. It's the beauty community. It's every single community. It's every single community. Everybody goes through the same thing. And so, again, it's the people you put around you that kind of protect you mentally and emotionally so that you can really talk and discuss the things that you need to talk. You know what I'm saying? And I often tell people, I was like, yo, y'all aren't, this is why I challenge people. I say, get on camera. Get on camera. James Lawson, you know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You already know the vibes. Get on camera. Get on camera. Be a content creator. Get out them comments so you'll understand. But everybody ain't built for that. So I don't discount what people, I appreciate everybody that says, hey bro, put your head down. Bruh, we live in a real world. This is not for play. We live in a real world. This ain't a perfect world. And that's why I tell people, I'll be like, man, it's always people that have never done what people do that want to tell the people that are doing what they've never done what they should do with what they're doing. And that's one of the things I said last night. I was like, yo, you ain't never seen a rich person try to prove to a poor person that they rich. But that's what we do in FragCom. And so me making the video last night really was what I was going through in March, April, really kind of April. Yeah, April. And so I told y'all I'm not really concerned with numbers tonight. I'm just kind of talking. But one of the things that I realize and recognize is Kicks, what's good with you? Appreciate you. One of the things that is interesting in our space is, I don't know, I feel like we mad at the wrong people. And you can't fix it, you can't change people, you know what I'm saying? But it's the craziest stuff as well. And yo, and Mr. Whammy, I be watching a lot of videos, you know what I'm saying, in the gun community, and it's crazy. So like, I know everybody gets it from everywhere. And I think that is one of the things you get to where you have to ignore it. You have to ignore it. Like but that takes time. That takes process. That's why you can't be in this space by yourself. Raph, no, I'm not lying. I had a whole conversation with Raph last month. Like, I'm good. I'm putting my head down. I'm minding my business. So last night was honestly me catching y'all up. It was more of a behind the scenes or me catching you up to where I've been. And some of the things that I think about and some of the things I process and how I view things and how sometimes you got to recalibrate. You got to recalibrate. You got to put things back in right perspective. In full transparency, I'm going to share something with y'all that I shared with one of my other group chats. I was like, yo, I was looking at my analytics and my statistics from April. Trash. Boo, boo. Trash. They were trash. They were trash. Trash. You know why they were trash? Because I felt like I started trying to prove a point. I started trying to prove a point. What you mean? Well, I started talking about niche a whole lot more. I started talking about niche a whole lot more. Well, Walt, you should be proud of that. You should be proud of the fact that you're talking about niche more. And that's the problem. That's the problem. We keep trying to mandate what people do. There are prime example. I'm not talking about shade. Prime example. Now, I want y'all to pay attention to something. Dame is gonna go on Dedrick's chat and start talking crazy. Now, I'm not saying nothing to Dame that I wouldn't say to Dame's face that we don't say in the chat, whatever. Dame finna talk about all kind of crazy stuff because it's Dedrick's channel. What does Dedrick primarily talk about? Dedrick primarily talks about a lot of niche fragrances. I'm not gonna have a lot of conversation that a Jason is gonna be able to engage in unless I start talking about Bodicea or unless I start talking about Creed. All right, there are certain things I'm gonna have to start talking about. Jason immediately goes to Dedrick's channel and he can start talking about BTV Harmonious. That's how it's supposed to be. But what we do, we go to a EQ's channel and we be like, EQ, why you don't talk about clones? That's like me going to McDonald's and asking why they don't sell Whoppers. That's not what I specialize in. Okay? Now, I've always coached this. KB, you know I'm not lying. Kev, you know I'm not lying. Anybody that has ever had a conversation with me, you've watched any of my videos, you've heard me say this. I tell y'all all the same thing. You have to determine how you want to measure success. And if you measure success by how much money you make, by how many subscribers you have, or how many followers and likes and stuff you get, you have to create content for the algorithm. Your audience determines the algorithm. Too many people make content for what they like and they get frustrated and they say, I'm not growing. You're not going to if the algorithm is not in line with what it is that you like. You're not going to. So what is the trending thing right now? It is cheap, budget-friendly dupes and clone fragrances. But what happens is, if you're not careful and you start listening to the noise, you'll be like, y'all, I buy a lot of niche. I love niche. I have a lot of niche that I've never talked about or I don't talk about on the channel. So what you do is you start talking about it more, but not because you want to bring it more to the table so I can be the bridge and help people understand, yo, just because it's cheap don't mean it's bad. Just because it's expensive don't mean it's great. Like, let's meet in the middle. Like, yeah, I love a good clone fragrance, but hey, like there's more out here to experience, there's more out here to smell. Hey, if budget is a concern, sample it, it's okay. That was the whole point. But you start listening to the noise. And subconsciously, without you realizing it, you start being like, I got a point to prove. And then you start looking at the statistics and goals and analytics and all these other things, and you be like, woo, woo, woo. Yeah, that one good. So you have to recalibrate because you have to ask yourself, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Like, what made me do that? What were my intentions? If your intentions is to talk about it more, then do it. And it is what it is. But for me, that wasn't necessary. That was half the intention. And I had to check myself about the other half. Now, again, I don't need you to be a motivational speaker or my daddy right now. I understand. Man, you ain't got nothing to prove. This is we are human, y'all. Jesus Christ himself, like, tried to get out of dying. Regardless of what you believe, I'm just telling my story right now. I get it. I understand that. It's okay. But we also have to normalize people being human and stop being so egotistical that we don't recognize where it's like, yo, I've been there. I get it. I understand. Hey, I had to do the same thing. I had to be like, you know what? Ignore the noise. It's kind of like we say that, but I'm a context person. So my thing is, I'm never just gonna tell a person, yo, I had to ignore the noise. I'm gonna tell them, yo, this is what I had to do. I'm not saying this is gonna work for you, but these are some of the things that I had, because I've been where you've been. I recognize that. Just like to the point Dedrick was talking about, it's like, yo, I've been at that point, so I had to make a switch. I had to make a change. I had to do some things different. You know what I'm saying?
Into the content thing, and then later on learning, he does have a background. This is not his first YouTube channel, all those things.
Okay, hold on. So we back.
I watched quite a bit of his content, love this vibe, love this energy, just love what he brings to the table. So I invited him, man. I reached out to him and I invited him to come onto the live stream, because I think, man, more people need to know about this guy. You know, and at that time I was streaming every week, twice a week. So I was bringing on guests left and right. You name them, they was on the channel at some point in time. So we brought on Fat Boy, and it was a vibe. It was a great stream. I think I was, maybe my stream was the first stream that he was on, you know, before he just kind of took off. I think he's at like 29,000 or something like that subscribers. I mean, he been doing this thing, bro. Like, he's just gifted in a lot of different areas. And so, you know, I always watch him. I always see where he at, what he got going on. You know,
it's healthy.
Very he speak his mind. However he feel, that's how he feel. Has a really, really good community over on Fat Boy Finesse's channel. You know, really doing his thing, the live streams, you name it, the shorts. Like, he's active, bro. He's active. He's made a way, because just call it what it is, bro. He's smart. Fat Boy is smart. Walt, I'm gonna call him Walt. Walt is smart. You can just kind of tell, strategic. You give little gems and give game on.
I have not talked to Dedrick.
What you talking about, bro?
I have not talked to Dedrick.
But I knew what it was. I just want to touch on that space you could be in, and how that could kind of, I don't say make you a little bit discouraged or frustrated. Like, all of those things come with it. So there was a point in time in my YouTube career, well, I was saying all the time, I don't know how long I'm gonna be doing this, because it's a lot of people in this space, they are flawed. It's a toxic environment. The energy is just draining. Like, this is not what I got into this for. You know, really, really second guessing myself. You know, my content, and, you know, being a part of, even being a part of the community, just a lot.
Human.
Right? So
it happens.
And then I got attacked. And, you know, I was told I was a shield. I started working with all the different brands and all that, and they paying me hundreds of thousands of dollars. Where it's at? Where it's at? And I do all right for myself. Me and my family, we good. You feel me? But where are the extra thousands of dollars, right? I want to know where they at. You feel me? But now, don't get it twisted. Yeah, for sure. I get PR. I work out deals with brands who want to work with me. Because I just got my platform to a level where that's what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in here shaking for a drink. I'm not shaking it for a night. We ain't on that pause. Like, we ain't out here, you know what I mean? We ain't out here being used and abused, you feel me? Like, we're not on that type of energy. You know what I'm saying? We're not on that. You feel me? So yeah, that's a part of it as you continue to go on. In the space, and not to toot my own horn, but I know I got good quality content. You know, I know I speak well. I know I represent myself a certain type of way. I don't need nobody to tell me that. Like, that's the belief that I have in myself. So. And Walt has those categories as well. He has them. Like, you watch his videos, you watch his live stream, you see that he has it. But sometimes it can get a little bit overwhelming with just what it looks like right in front of you. Like the people in the comments, the other content creators. Like these days, bro, I watch like 3 people. I watch Bowtie. I watch Justin. I watch the Dry Down.
Dry Down is fire. I love the Dry Down's content.
Yeah, those are the 3 that I watch. Like I pay attention to everybody, but those are like the 3 guys that I watch. Why is that? Because they align where I'm at with my journey.
Thank you.
You know, that's why I watch them.
Thank you.
Steven from Red Lessons, watch him as well. They align with where I'm at in my journey. But I support everybody. Like even if I see like a clip or something like that, I like it, bro. I like it. Like, boy, okay, like I'm liking everything.
Dedrick does.
Love, you feel me? But the energy, the space where Fat Boy was at last night, I could just clearly see the frustration. I want to say to Fat Boy, and I want to say to anybody else who's in this space, you know, well, I'm gonna talk to Fat Boy. Like I'm gonna look dead in the camera when I say this. Like, bro, you've been anointed, bro. You've been gifted. I told you when we were on together what was going to start to happen.
You did.
And I knew at that time, you probably heard me, you know, but you wouldn't understand it until you probably where you at now.
Right.
Keep going, dog.
Right.
Keep going, dog. Keep going. Because where you going, can't worry about the effects on the negative side. Like, you got to worry about how many people you're touching, how many people you're inspiring, how many people you're motivating. And it gets hard. And I when I watch the video, I rock with everything Fat Boy said because it's true. It gets hard sometimes. You just be in your head, you be like, bro, it ain't even worth it, dog. My mental, my spiritual, emotional, like, oh, it ain't worth it. And I was there. But I promised to God, bro. And one day I just sat down. I said, yo, bro. I was like, yo, bro. All that's dead.
See?
All that's dead. All that. That's why I don't get involved in the rah-rah and FragCom. Are you kidding me? Like, I got a real life.
See?
I got a real life. I got a real family. I got a real career. I got real things going on. Like,
See?
I'm not gonna be dedicating my time to this being said and this person and all that. Like, bro, I'm not gonna be doing that. And I'm gonna keep it a bean, bro. Like, even have a conversation with my lady, bro. Like what's the reason you doing this? I'm not in the position. I ain't combating nobody. I ain't going to war with nobody. Your opinion, mine is mine. Like, bro, if you think I'm a shield, you think I'm a liar, you think I don't know what I'm talking about, I can care less. Don't watch me, bro. I'm here for the people who are invested into me, who rock with me. And that's a true blessing. And as I continue to kind of make that commitment to myself to never again even affiliate or be tempted to even get in some type of funk because of clown energy in the comments and clown energy with other content creators. You see it. We all see what's going on. I'm gonna keep it being, bro. I got 100,000 subscriber content.
Facts.
I got 100,000 subscriber content.
Facts.
But I don't have 100,000 subscribers.
This is why you say talk heavy, Dane.
There's reasons for that. If I get there, I get there, dog. If I get there, I get there.
Dedrick about to hit 30.
But I'm doing this for the love of the game, number one. And number two, I am engulfed in my own journey. I'm obsessed with my own journey and where that's leading me and where that's taking me.
Facts.
And the people who I come across in this space who are genuine, authentic, and real people, I gladly embrace that camaraderie with them. I'm not finna sit down nowhere. I'm not finna sit down nowhere and go to Twitter, not Twitter war or comment war with a single soul. And if I see a content creator, that's just not my cup of tea. I just won't watch them. Just like you shouldn't watch.
Boom.
Don't watch. Just keep scrolling.
Boom.
Clones, designer, niche, whatever.
Boom.
I'm doing a lot of niche these days. That's just where I'm at. I don't do a lot of clones. If it's Yom and Lil, most likely that's what I'm doing. I'll talk about them. I like Yom and Lil. Love them. I think they do some really, really great work. Do they hit on everything? No. Do they hit on a lot of things? Yes.
Boom.
You know, in my opinion, they do. It's my opinion. You know, people say, "Oh, D, you're not the same. You forgot where you come from. You don't do the clones and the cheapies anymore, bro." I just leveled up, bro. You should try it. So, I'm gonna wrap this up. I ain't gonna spend a whole lot of time on this, but kind of made me a little sad, man, listening to Walt, bro. He brought Jonathan on. Shout out to Craig with Jonathan. He another dope content creator. Craig with Jonathan got some dope content, bro. Salute and shout out to him. But to Walt and everybody else, bro, who's in this space of creating content, you know, all of us are just not the same. And Walt has a following, and Walt has some great eyes and a nice vibe where he's at, where he's going to continue to inspire people. Inspire people. Motivate people. And at the end of the day, that's the reward, right? Walt would agree.
Boom.
Walt would agree that's the reward. So anybody else who's in this space, man, getting kind of caught up in all of that extra stuff, man, make it as temporary as you can. Make a commitment to yourself.
That's the key.
And remember why you're in this space and why you want to be here. And if it's a genuine approach to the game, it's a genuine approach to the hobby, if it's a genuine approach to your journey, you're going to be just fine. The subscribers and the likes and all that will take care of itself. You know what I mean? So, just want to kind of touch on that for a second. You know, I didn't want to wait till we were late. We're going to get ready to get into these fragrances. But just definitely want to give a big salute to Walt, Fat Boy Finesse, everything he's doing in the space, coming on very strong in the community. The guy just got it. He just has a gift.
I appreciate you, Dave.
And it's pretty obvious to me. Everybody don't have the gift. I'm just going, like, you can take it how you want them, but everybody don't got it. You can just kind of see the ones who do have it, right? And it's not even the means of like resources. Yeah, resources are in everything. Not everything. Resources is a big part of it. Of any business, of anything. Right. You know, business, you know, resources are key, right? But that don't replace talent. And the kid got, I'm calling him a kid, he's a few years younger than me, but the man has talent. The man has talent.
Nah, Desert, you got
a lot of you have talent.
I'm a kid.
And our taste is our taste, and our vibe is our vibe, and just leave it there. So for me, you'll never see me on nobody live stream or in no comments swinging my sword for what? My man Jason say the internet's real. I mean, the internet isn't real. The internet isn't a real place. However you make it real, that's on you. Control what you can control, which is your attitude and the decisions that you make. Those are the two things we can all control. So I ain't trying to preach to nobody. I ain't trying to be nobody daddy or unk, even though I am in unk status.
Nah, that's unk status, my guy.
Unk. But I'm all about giving love, bro. And that positive energy and positive vibe things, that's not fake, bro. That's real. That's real. But don't get it twisted, bro. Like, I let people know all the time, you can't come at me no any kind of way. Like, I ain't on that, and I'm like that when it comes to that disrespect. I ain't ever on that, bro. I'm a grown man for real in this world. And I move with a certain type of pace, energy, love, and respect for everybody. And that's just what I'm on, bro. That's just what I'm on. So I don't know if that was advice or not, but I just want to kind of speak my mind on that because I hate to see stuff like that. I hate to see it, but I get it from Fat Boy. I get it. If anybody gets it, I get it. I understand for sure. But just want to drop that right there, man. And want to move on. So big salute again to Fat Boy and everything he's doing. Keep rocking out, bro. You're inspiring and motivating. And a lot of people appreciate what you're doing, including myself. Man.
Yes, sir.
Including myself, man. So keep doing your thing, dog. For real. All right. And can't nobody come hollering at me. Can't nobody come hollering at me. Nothing negative whatsoever. You know what I mean? Because we just doing it. We're doing it for the love, man. We're doing it for the love. All right. So that's that.
All right. So we back in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? So again, to the point of hey, man. So I have not had Simone. I appreciate that. Yo. I appreciate that. Yeah, you need, bro. You need, KO says, I feel like if you're a fragrance reviewer, you should be reviewing everything. But I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, KO. The reason is, and I was responding to somebody's comment today on my video. You can go buy clothes from Walmart, Target, Belk, Macy's, Nordstrom, Neiman Marcus, Saks, Forever 21, Zara. You can go buy clothes, Shein, wherever you want to. But then there are boutiques that you have. I can go buy a Lexus from CarMax, or I can go buy a Lexus from Lexus. I can buy a BMW from CarMax, or I can buy a BMW from BMW. I can buy a Honda from CarMax, or I can buy a Honda from Honda. They are both necessary, and I still got them on the screen. They are both necessary. Now, me personally, I personally set out from the jump street to say I want to be the quote unquote Netflix of Frag. Y'all have heard me say that. So I want to be the Netflix of FragCom. I want to be Walmart. I want to be Costco. But here's the dangerous thing about that when it comes to a niche within a niche. Fragrance itself is a niche. Let me help y'all from a marketing, from a branding standpoint. Fragrance itself is a niche. So when people talk about, okay, you're a content creator, what's your niche? They're not talking about fragrance. Like, they're not talking about clones is my niche, or they're not talking about Joe Malone or Creed or Mebezu, you know what I'm saying? Or Bond. That's not what they're saying. They're saying, no, the niche, what is the topic that your content is about? It's fragrance. All right. So we have gotten away from the soul or the love for that. And I'm not blaming anybody, because I think it just happens. I think because the way the internet is set up and the way we are wired, and people have an affinity to want to be right. People just want to be right. You know what I'm saying? People just want to be right, you know? And so again, this is why you gotta surround yourself with, y'all have heard me say this. At the end, it's not by happenstance that I put positive vibes only at the end of my intro. In the words of my brother Dedrick Hicks, positive vibes only. Because what it's supposed to do is it's supposed to set the temperature. It's supposed to remind me. Now, sometimes you can look, I sound old. You can get too big for your britches and you lose sight of that. So shout out to Tara from Parfums du Ciel. She said something that was so powerful to me. She said, Walter, you will never be right to the wrong people. Y'all, I'm not quitting, but I'm trying to help you. Because here's the thing. I do my content the way I do it. I do these live streams the way I do it. Fragrance is just an invitation to get you to the table. But I'm trying to drop something on you that's gonna make you be like, wait, is he still talking about fragrance? That's all we ever talk about. Life is fragrance. It's full of different notes. What did I tell you about music? It's made up of different accords. Life sometimes will give you the nastiest raw material until you blend it, until you apply heat to it, until you mix it with this over here. When you can turn lemons into lemonade, and then you'll be like, ooh, I didn't start with that, but look at where I ended up. That's fragrance. I intentionally go live on Mondays because most people hate Mondays. Most of y'all look forward to Friday. Most entrepreneurs, most business people, they like Monday is. Most people that's into investing, you looking forward to Monday. Let's get to the money. But people that are on this hamster wheel, this routine, where all we do is look forward to Friday to party and parlay and go spend money so we can come back to work and talk about it. Fam, that's why I do my content the way that I do. So yes, you get to moments in life to where you gotta recalibrate. You gotta do what Dedrick said. You gotta have that conversation with yourself. And you gotta be like, yo, why you tripping? I had to have people to say, bro, you ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. I had to have people to hear what I was saying, understand what I was saying, and then redirect what I was saying. Because you always, and it's not just about the opposition or the negative, because here's the reality of it. Y'all that be in the comments, that don't even really bother me that much anymore. I kind of laugh at it. We can wait. We can wait. We can wait. That don't even bother. I think it's my peers. And so seriously, I had to unfollow. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to start unfollowing people for mental health reasons. Because here's the thing. I love and support everybody. Like prime example. I don't know if Mondo is still watching or if he's on Dedrick's live, but if Mondo is still watching, me and Mondo are so far opposite on the spectrum as it relates to the fragrances that we lean into, but I respect Mondo's taste. And I pay attention. I went earlier to go see, okay, what is Mondo wearing? I pulled it up. See, I'm like, okay, yeah. And there are several things that Mondo has recommended. Yo, you should try this out. You should give this a shot. You should boom, 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 boom. Now, me and Mondo have shared or expressed difference of opinions because what I try to get people to understand is that, yo, this whole clone thing, y'all got to get over it. Now, I know I get mad. I said we got to stop policing what people do. But I'm policing from a standpoint of, yo, we got to get over it because you can't stop it. You can't change it. And so I gave the example, my grandmother, before she passed, she would always talk about how the food is different. I'd be like, so you're not going to eat? No, I'm still going to eat. Okay. It's about the intent, because there were moments where she would just be talking about how, you know, the food don't taste the same or how things used to be. Those are moments of wisdom. Those are moments of, I get that. What I'm talking about is the crazy stuff we be doing just because we want to be passive aggressive. We want to be petty. We want to be this. We want to lord over people. We want to throw the rock and then that's the crazy stuff I'm talking about. I was going to share a video tonight, but I'm not going to do it. Somebody else I just had to unfollow, and listen, I know there are plenty of people that unfollow me, so that I had to do it because I'm like, yo, I don't want to see it, because once you get to no one person should ever have the power to change your energy. And when people start to change your vibe or change your energy, as my daddy would say, you're too close, Walt, back up, take a step back. And so you have to find, shout out to Raph, you know, again, one of the things we talked, you got to find a way to take a step back without losing where you are. So that's all it is. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is. Right. And that's the thing. Yeah, you speak about the brand, and that's the crazy part to me, because I see people on Mondo's posts. Those are the people I don't like. Stand on your own 2 feet. Stop. Don't try to be famous on another man's opinion, and then you want to take that. See, that's another conversation for another day. I ain't going down there. Everybody has one, Simone. One of the best parts of your gifting is that you love your presentation, not the fragrances, the present. Yo. That's one of the biggest things I set out to do. Two sides to a fence. It just depends on what side you're on. Simone, tomorrow your birthday. Yo, you're lying. You about to be 50? Wow. That's crazy. I used to watch a certain creator who would be so disgusted as he had to talk about value. Man, let me tell you something. There was a video, and I'm gonna wrap it up in a second because I want to see the end of Dedrick's live. There was a video, and this was the final straw for me. And I said, they were comparing two fragrances that I love, and some of y'all might know who I'm talking about. So I'm gonna say the fragrances. Haultain and Hayden. If I could pull the bottles out, I would. But French Avenue Hayden. You know, I was one of the people that championed Hayden. I was like, yo, this is really good. Like, compared to Haultain, like, this is fire. In the video, they talked about how the two fragrances are almost indistinguishable, especially to the average person. Most people be like, these are really great. And they said, but this one costs $40 and this one costs $400. Why does this one cost $400? Because of positioning. And I'm like, wait a minute. Be careful, because you're about to contradict yourself. Be careful. And they literally ended the video by saying, if you want, you spend $40 on this because we can give you, I'm paraphrasing, a snapshot of the experience without all the pomp and circumstance. But you spend $400 on this because of how people see you. And my mouth dropped and I said, unfollow. And I sent it to the group chat so they know I'm not lying, because some of them will watch it. And I say, yeah, this the last one. Because I'm like, so literally you tried to prove a point by proving the opposite. You literally just said people spend $400 on this because of perception. See, positioning is marketing. Marketing is nothing but perception. It's 100% perception. And you literally said, and here's the thing, you didn't make a mistake because your videos are scripted. You read off a teleprompter. So you wrote that intentionally, and you read it and you said it, and you thought it was like, oh, I'm gonna get him with this one. This is your conscience speaking. And I'm like, so you literally just said the reason people spend $400 on this fragrance is because how people will look at them, how they will perceive them. And I was like, yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. Nothing personal. Nothing personal. And I'm pretty sure people feel the same way about my, I can't handle Walt. Walt preach too much. I can't handle it. I get it. So I'm not casting stones. But what I'm saying is, it's people's intent. And we can't police, and we can't monitor, and we can't mandate, and we can't judge people's intent. Again, only thing I can do is control what I can control. And so I can control my algorithm by not just swiping. I don't want to see it. I don't want to be tempted to look at it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. Because I don't want to be the person later that complains about it and it's like, well, why are you still watching it? People would send me crazy stuff that I remember when we went through that situation with RXL, and I'm not gonna call no names, but a certain somebody would send me, hey, yo, bro, talking crazy about you. Well, how you know? See, these are the questions you got to start asking. Because when my friends come to me and say such and such said, I'm like, so what did you say when they said it? Don't come to me and say, well, you know, such and such was talking crazy. There better be something on the end of that sentence. Why was you watching? Why are you consuming that content? There are a lot of people that are watching me right now. They won't click on the video. Newsflash. Facebook will tell you if a person joins your live, but for all of y'all that be scared, YouTube don't tell you. YouTube does not tell me who's watching. I only know you're watching if you're commenting, so it's okay. You do not have to hover over the video and enable the audio just so it can play. And we still get credit for that, by the way. Well, I got 2 super chats. Shout out to David Harvey, man. I missed that earlier. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So yeah. Wonder if the script is AI. If you want me to be real, we can start pulling some transcripts and doing an AI checker. Yeah. Would you consider someone a snob for speaking up against and defending a claim from an influencer? No, because I do that. I do that. I don't think people, like it's so blasphemous you could tell it's being orchestrated for a reason. No, I would never consider somebody a snob. Well, maybe I need to understand the context of what you're asking, because I thought when you said snob, I thought you was thinking about, y'all already know I judge clones harder than anybody. I personally think that. Some of y'all get mad at me for that. I talked about, shout out, I don't know which one of y'all said it, but I was talking about in my video with F9 Linked. And I was like, when I first talked about it, how people got mad at me because I said it was a clone and they said it was a hybrid. I said, you can call it whatever you want to. It's still a clone. It's one of the best. It's a clone. I don't care just because you took this and you took this and thought you was gonna create something new. No, it's still a clone. It's a hybrid clone, whatever you want to call it. So somebody was like, well, if you take yellow and blue together, you get green. I was like, we're not talking about primary and secondary colors. That's not how this works. But okay, bet. I got you, Mondo. Don't want to say the wrong. No, but me personally, if somebody was to say something crazy, would you consider someone a snob for speaking up against and defending a claim from an influencer that you? I don't, because if that's the case, then I'm the biggest snob of them all, because I call names live. I don't do it. I told y'all I wasn't gonna do it no more. But y'all know I have called people I have pulled the carpet. I have called people to the carpet live. I've said, I don't like the passive aggressive. I think if you're gonna talk about, and I'm not talking about you, Mondo. I'm just saying, if you're gonna talk about somebody, talk about somebody. I don't, and I tell y'all, I'll be like, and go tell them I said it, because some of y'all can't hold water no way. So tell them Walt is live talking about you so they can come over here so we can have the conversation. I have invited people to the platform. I have invited people to say, hey, let's have this because it's a great conversation to have. Nah, or they ain't got time, or it's always an excuse. I'd be like, okay, whatever. But no, I hold people accountable more than anybody else, especially like with this one-to-one stuff. It's a lie. There's no such thing. I don't care how you feel. It's not possible. There's no such thing as one-to-one. There's no such thing. 99% is not one-to-one. What people mean when they say that is the average person wouldn't be able to tell the differences. Then say that. But you can't sit here and say Mason as Raw Regent. It is 1-to-1. But the only difference is this is about 2% sweeter than the original. Y'all, what is 2% sweeter? Now, you probably know who I'm talking about when I said that. What is 2% sweeter? We ain't talking about milk. All you gotta say, because I'm not saying I'm perfect. Regent, yo, real good job trying to capture that vibrato Suspiro DNA. It's not vibrato. It's not a 1-to-1. It's not Suspiro vibrato. There are definitely some similarities as far as the citrus, this, that, and the third. But to me, on my skin, this is the difference. At no point did you hear me say 1-to-1. At no point did you hear me say this smells the same. At no point did you hear me say this is better. If I want to toe the line, I could say, honestly, I would buy this. And y'all heard me say this because the opening in vibrato, I don't care for. The problem that vibrato presents me, this doesn't have. But guess what? The performance of vibrato is crushing this. You don't have to lie to kick it. Again, people say, Walt, you're trying to police. I was like, I don't think that's policing. Because why are we lying? That's my thing. Why are we lying? Because that's a lie. 1-to-1 is a lie. That's not an opinion. That is not an opinion. We shouldn't police people's opinions, but we got to stop the lying. I think that's the biggest difference. I never try to police somebody's opinion. 1-to-1 is a lie. And y'all hear nobody scream that from the top of Mount Everest louder than I do. All right. So again, to Mundo's point, there are people that I always question people's motives. To the point where somebody said earlier, I think fragrance reviewers should review everything. No, I don't want EQ to talk about clones. But the biggest difference is, take a person like Dedrick. Dedrick has never bashed the clone. That's the difference. So if Dedrick goes and talk about a clone, I don't think twice about it. If I saw EQ reviewing a clone, I'd be like, If I saw a Mr. Cologne review a clone, I'd be like, That's gonna make me raise an eyebrow. Which is why my thing is, I'd be like, yo, some things are better left not said. Because you don't ever know what situation you're gonna be in where you may literally, it may be in your best interest to talk about something. But if y'all have heard me trash this girl in our private conversations, but you catch me out one day and you see me with her, you're not gonna look at me strange? Ladies, you're not gonna look at your homegirl strange when all she do is talk junk about that man, and then you find them together, you be like, but I thought you didn't like him. I thought he was trash. I thought he was this. I thought he was that. We talking about fragrance, right? Oh man. Nah, that's how they take it, but those words never came out of my mouth. That's not why people call you a snob. They call you a snob because in conversation you tell people that shit. Now, that's a real thing, because interpretation, it's not about what you say. It's about how you say it. It's not about what you say. It's about how you say it. It's about how you present it. It's about how you position it. I think we have to be very careful with the rhetoric that we speak. Because going back to the live that Jims did with Dutch, words have power. So it's just like people spew out of their mouth, I hate Middle Eastern fragrances, while they holding a Nishane bottle, while they're holding a Kajal bottle, while they're holding an Oman luxury bottle, while they're holding an Ojar bottle, while they're holding an Amouage bottle. I'm like, no, you don't hate Middle Eastern fragrances. You hate clone fragrances. But that's what I'm saying. We get so caught up in the emotion of it that we start saying stuff and be like, you don't even know what you're talking about at this point. So my beef, for lack of a better term, is I don't want to go to an EQ's page to see EQ talk about clones. I'm coming to your page because it's a boutique. I'm coming to the boutique because I'm looking for something specific. I'm looking for something I can't get in Neiman. I'm looking for something I can't get in Dillard's. I'm looking for something I can't get in Nordstrom's. I'm looking for something exclusive. You are a tailor. I am coming to you. I don't want off the rack. I am coming to you for a very tailored experience. You're not for everybody. And that's the reason I'm coming to you. I'm not trying to reach everybody, because if you're trying to reach everybody, you're reaching nobody. But if I come to your page and all I hear you talk about is what you don't like or what you got a problem with, I can't. I'm not gonna have a problem with you. I'm gonna do what I should have done before. I'm gonna just hit the unfollow button. So I ain't gotta come across. So I ain't gotta be tempted to get mad. I am no longer going to write a message and then hit delete. I ain't gonna write it because I'm not gonna be tempted to write it. And I think that's the biggest thing, Simone, and to you, Mondo. And I think because I've shared that with you before. It's every communication is half how you say it. Matter of fact, communication might be 90% how you say it. Because you think about communication in relationships and especially marriage. If your wife comes to you and says, baby, how does this look? There's a way you can be honest without weaponizing your honesty. You don't want to you don't want to get the job done and everybody be left dead after the event is over. Woo, we made it. But you have nothing to show for it. So I can tell my wife that, hey, and because she trusts me and she knows I'm not gonna do anything or say anything to hurt her, that doesn't give me the license to be raw in that moment. I still have a responsibility to protect her because she's the weaker vessel. She's fragile. I don't care how hard she says she is, she's fragile. In the hands of a man, every woman on earth, fragile. Take that how you want it. Argue with your own mom. You're not gonna argue with me about that today. Because if that wasn't the case, I wouldn't have to, you wouldn't get mad at me saying it. That proves my point. So I have a responsibility to be careful how I handle her. I can speak to the truth without weaponizing it because it'll kill her. This is the thing with coaching and therapy. Sometimes you just gotta let people, for lack of a better, this bad example talking about therapy or whatever. Sometimes you gotta let people hang themselves, or you have to let people, you don't give people the answers. You allow people to say things in a way to where they hear themselves saying, and they be like, ooh, that don't sound right. Because if I tell you it doesn't sound right, if you change based on me saying there's something wrong with it. So she comes to me, she says, baby, how do you like this? How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it? Because here's the reality of it, especially if you have a trust in a relationship. If I gotta answer a question with a question and I don't immediately give my approval, then she already knows, go change or do something different. Do something different. Because if you feel comfortable in it, I'm cool. But if you don't feel comfortable in it, now then she said, no, I feel comfortable, but And that's where I'm like, so now I'm in my mind, I'm like, if you think there's any opportunity for me to not feel comfortable with you wearing it, then you already know the answer. But that takes trust. That takes time. You don't get there overnight. The thing is, we don't know each other. We don't commune with each other. We're not married. We're not best friends. I don't know you. We don't spend all time. So in a brief moment, when you say something, all you get captured is a screenshot. So you can type something in the chat and you'll be like, and depending on the person's mood, where they are, the time of day, how they feel it, and they reading it and they're like, did this ninja just say that? So there's a level of accountability and responsibility on both sides that people miss. Again, communication is tricky. So sometimes, Mondo, and I don't, this is not your intention, because I've gotten a chance to get to see, to understand you better now. In the beginning, I didn't. I was like, Mondo crazy. Especially after the live you did with Gems, you know, because you're trying to prove a point about the cost of raw materials. And we're saying, Mondo, we understand that. But we're saying the majority of people don't care. We live in a world with 8 billion people. These people don't know Valayan, whatever that raw material, they don't care.
Marcus Murray.
And I can't police what people want to spend their money on. Nor can I say, and I'm not saying you did this, but nor can I say, oh, you lame because you wearing a $30 fragrance. That's what people do. And I'd be like, which is why I say we've taken this too far. Because now there's a lot of crazy rhetoric and undertones that are very demeaning. And then people want to pull this line. Oh, I'm not that way. Okay, but you keep saying this. You keep saying the same thing. And then you want to go complain. Yeah, people think I'm an elitist. People think I'm a snob. If everybody thinks that about you, at some point you got to look in the mirror and be like, am I that way? Because why do you keep talking about this? You know why? Because it gets clicks. See, we complain about the things we want the benefits of. We complain about, I didn't get flown out, because we want to get flown out. So we complain about the people that got a trip to Paris. That was my beef. That was my initial beef with Niles. Respectfully, I don't have beef with anybody at this point, you know, but that was my beef with Niles when Niles made that post about independent perfumers unite against clones. And I'm like, but you just had all of these people on a boat and that's all they review. So did you give them that speech? Because if we gonna keep it a buck, then let's keep it a buck. You can't throw your rock and then hide your hand. Because I'm like, yo, the people you had on the boat, these are the biggest pusher of clones in the industry, in the community. That's 90% of the content they talk about. But you want the benefits of their audience and their reach. So that's my thing where I was like, yo, you can't have it both ways. And if you're going to have it both ways, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Yo, there is always going to be people who want to wear Lattafa. Let them people wear Lattafa. Some people only want to wear Dior. Let them people wear Dior. Some people want to wear BTV. Let them people wear BTV. Who cares? Only FragCom cares. You know why? Because we have drunk the Kool-Aid and we think we are more important than what we really are, myself included. And we think that we are right and we want to police everybody and mandate. Oh, well, you know, that's why I'm like, even the artisanal thing, Mondo, again, I'm not talking about you, but it's just like, oh, artisanal people look down on niche people. Oh, all you wear is parfums to Marley. That's just really that's really an overrated designer. I wear Creed. Oh man, Creed ain't even what they used to be. I wear BTV. I wear Roja Dove. Man, I don't wear none of that. Man, this 1 milliliter bottle cost me $1,000. Like, when does it stop? So it ain't just the clones versus OG. People, bro, Symphony from Louis Vuitton cost $600. It is one of the most simple profiles we have in fragrance today. It is one of the most linear fragrances that exist. $600. It wasn't enough for them to have $300-400 fragrances. We're gonna make an straight line. We gotta keep separating ourselves. And as the cost of clones continue to rise, because the quality continues to rise, designers will continue to rise. Chanel charged $275 for a fragrance. What you think Parfums de Marly was gonna do? What did you think Creed was gonna do? What did you think Louis Vuitton was gonna do? And Louis Vuitton is still designer. Oh, no. We got to separate ourselves. That's why I asked when the fragrance came out. Y'all don't see what's happening? Because gone are the days of $25. Ain't no more $25 clones. The basic cost of entry, not the cover charge to get in this club, we looking at $50, $60 upon release. If you wait a little while, it'll get down to $40. But if you got to have it immediately, oh, you paying that $50, $60 with tax and shipping, sometimes $70. Don't let it be Yam and Leo. Don't let it be Alexandria. Don't let it be Joe Milano. You paying upwards of $100. $100 for a clone. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, I don't have a dog in this fight. I ain't getting a check from Latifah. I ain't getting a check. Y'all, I get paid from I get paid from two places. I get paid from the platform and I get paid affiliate money, like most of y'all do. That's it. I made $5 from TikTok. I never got any money from Meta. I don't even know how Instagram and Facebook monetization work. They stuff is too complicated. TikTok, you got to be a slave to make, and I'm not trying to throw that word around loosely, but you got to be a slave to make money on TikTok. You got to work too hard. You gotta work too hard. You gotta work too hard. And I ain't about that life. YouTube is where you're gonna make the most money because the way the ads are set up. But you gotta know how to separate yourself. So yeah, I get paid from the platform. That's based on my work. That's based on views. That's based on view. After you qualify, you get the subscribers. Now, granted, you want to keep growing in subscribers because technically, as your subscribers go up, your views should go up. It's hard. See, it's hard to pull the stunt on YouTube that some of y'all be pulling on IG. I'm not gonna talk about that though. You know, it's a lot of bot stuff. It's the way IG, the Meta is set up. It's easier for bots to operate. Now, on YouTube, you know how they used to do with music, where it's like MP3 farms? You have streaming farms now. Somebody just went to jail for that. Somebody just got locked. The FBI hit somebody for that. But the labels do it. You can't, the labels can do it, but you can't do it. But yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that though. I see, man, you go look at some people's content and you be like, how the heck did you post something and you got 160 shares? Not comments, not likes. I'm talking about the actual share on Instagram. I'm like, that's not even normal. And then you start to go look at comments and you look at stuff, you be like, all of these are blank accounts. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But you know why they do it? Because they want the PR. And these are the people that get, I'm telling y'all, People will they will sell their soul for some PR. They will sell their soul for some PR. Yeah, fragrant story is the next big thing that's gonna hit. Fragrant story is the next big thing that's gonna hit. Yam and Leo, good quality like Joe Milano. Yes, they don't hit on everything, but they hit on a lot of things. Yeah. Depends on what's value. I value compliments. That's me. Many clones get, yeah. Never knew you was in Raleigh. I see you on the Hair Depot story. Oh yeah. Yeah, we stay over there. But fragrant story and Elixir. That's about to be the wave for the next month. All it's gonna take is for Gents or Kyle or Fragrance Knowledge. All it's gonna take is for one of them to get their hands on one of them bottles and it's over. Because Fragrant Story got them Joe Milano prices. If you go to Joe Milano's website, you know they sell for like $220. Fragrant Story, they sell for like $265. But on the actual discounted store, they sell for like $65 or something like that. They don't sell for that much. Fragrance League, what's good? It really is good. No lies, no cap. It really is good. It really is good. I get 20 cents for my other stuff on Facebook. Bruh, I need somebody to tell me. I mean, people getting paid for statuses. They getting paid. They ain't even, I mean, bruh. I just, and Raph, that's the truth. That's why from Jump Street, that's why I made that shirt that says only FragCom cares. Only bro, people are amazed when they be like, Walt, there's a fragrance community. I'd be like, there's a community for everything. You like the garden? Yeah, there's a gardening community. You like guns? Yeah, there's a gun community. You like sneakers? Yeah. You like comics? Yeah. You like I'm about to say Dragon Ball Z. You like what is it called, y'all? Anime? Yeah. You like Marvel? Yeah. You like Apple? Yeah. You like Samsung? Yeah. You like cooking? Yeah. You like the cricket? Yeah, like there are so many niche communities. Bro, it's a community for everything. So people be like, yo, I really didn't even know it was that deep. I'm like, yo, it's crazy. And people be in their feelings. The groups, Facebook group, I don't know what's worse, Facebook groups or Reddit. But right now they going neck and neck. I'll be like, yo. Like, yo, what in the world is going on? People be so invested and they be angry. They be mad because they be like, I bought this fragrance. And I be like, hold on. I bought this fragrance. And then I'm waiting to hear why. Y'all hype this fragrance up. It's mid. Nobody told, again, nobody told you to buy it. I didn't. Now, I did, the F9 length, I did say about that. But you always got to give yourself a way out. There is a science to being an influencer. And I think some people, I'm really just talking. So take what I say with a grain of salt. I think some people, we have a problem with it when it comes to fragrance because this is something we love, but we get influenced to do everything every single day. You don't even know it. Companies spend trillions of dollars on the psychology of buying behavior. When I used to talk about that stuff, y'all used to look at me stupid. For the majority of y'all, I know they're gonna be outliers, but how many of you have bought fragrances because of somebody you watched? How many of you have gone to certain restaurants because of something you didn't even realize it? Yo, I got a taste for Dr. Pepper today. I don't even drink Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper, baby, that jingle. Bro, the mind. This is why they say it's a terrible thing to waste. Do y'all understand how much money these brands pay psychologists and psychiatrists to dissect the way that you think? So that's why sometimes I'd be like, why are you mad? You purchased it. Yeah, but it wasn't worth the hype. Okay, but we said sample it. I talked about Unseen. I love Unseen. I'm in love, not with the cocoa. I'm in love with this fragrance. This is my new favorite fragrance of all time. I love this juice. But I love this juice. You know who went to go smell this juice and they didn't buy it? Dez. You know who also smelled the juice and they didn't buy it? Now they liked it. Ali. Bro, this is my favorite fragrance. And I told you the things in it that's why I love it. And I said, yo, I'm not saying go buy this. Go get the sample. Go get the 50 ml. I mean the 10 ml. It still can cost you money, but I'd rather you spend $50, or if they got a sale $45, if you can get 5. I think because if you use my code, you get 10% off. I think you get 10% off. So I'd rather you Fatboy 10. So I'd rather you pay $45 for a 10 mLs of a niche fragrance and decide, and that ain't for me, versus you paying $275 and you decide it's not it. Or find a way to get to a boutique where they have this and then put it on skin and then see how you feel about it. If you have the opportunity to do that. But we make our own decisions and then we blame other people for it. It'd be funny when I see people, but I see a lot of people correcting folks and holding people accountable on the threads now, because they'd be like, so who made you buy it? Because you can't come up here talking about y'all. No. You got a problem. Yeah, we need to stop lying. And SB, I saw your comment earlier. No, we're not all out here lying. I'm not gonna play the psychology game with you tonight. No, I'm not gonna play this whole subjective we lying, because some people are blatantly lying. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Some things is not, because we keep using subjectivity as a get out of jail free card. I can say what I want to say, and then if somebody don't like it, then I can just be like, well, fragrance is subjective. No, bro, it don't work like that. We gotta bring some integrity back. That's just my opinion. We gotta bring some integrity. Fragrance deserves better than you just saying it's subjective as a cheap cop out. No, if you talk about it in a way that gives the person enough information to come to their own conclusions, then you can say, yo, it is subjective. I like this. Let me tell you why I like this. Let me tell you what's in it. So it's not enough for me to say it's sweet, it's fresh, it's clean. Yo, what does that mean? This is how this makes me feel, because this is what this smells like. So I try to give you enough information for you to go out here and make an informed decision. I can't dictate. I can't make that. I can't dictate that for everybody, but yeah. Any recommendations I make, I try to go into detail on my posts. Anyone who's purchased a blend they seen me review has been okay with it. Yeah, I'm not mad at that at all. Nitro Red, yeah, the wit is good. I prefer the Intense a little bit better, but it's good. Yeah. I appreciate you tuning in from Aruba though. Man, listen, discovery sets will save your life. I did see that. I did see that. I did see that. But what is it supposed to be? I did see that. The blue joint. I did see that. I seen somebody actually had it in hand on TikTok. Fragrance flan. Yeah, hold on. Let me share this real quick. Fragrance flan. Yeah, fragrance flan. I don't know what this could be though. So I'm very interested to see what this is. And I think this is what bothers people. This is what makes people mad because of the hype. And I'm like, but why? Here's again. If all you care about, hold on, I need an example. These are not clones of one another, but I'm just, it's what I have available, so I'm gonna grab it. Just for point of illustration. Just for point of illustration. If this is what you love, if this is what you love, if this is what you promote, if this is what you stand by, and no, I'm not talking about Jason, because some of y'all petty. I'm just saying, I just grabbed this because this is one of my grails. If this is what you appreciate, if this is what I care about, why are you upset that people are so hype about this? Like these people, what did I say earlier that Tara from Parfums du Ciel said? You will never be right to the wrong person. You have to free yourself. It's not by happenstance that I talked about this. We about to play Tasha Cobb's Break Every Chain. It's not by happenstance that I talk about linked freedom. We all need to link together and get free tonight. You will never be right to the wrong people. You will never be right to the wrong people. You will never be right to the wrong people. You will never be right to the wrong people. Why are we so offended and up in arms? Because that group is enjoying what they love, is enjoying what they appreciate, is enjoying what they spend their money on. Why does that bother us so bad? Now, if you got an issue with people saying something is better than this, something, to them, it is better. I think there's something disconnected. I talk about it all the time. Me and my guy Mo, the fragrance plug. Mo don't care for no gourmand fragrances. And Mo know I don't care for no animalic fragrances. So when he says something is better or something is good, I'm not gonna get mad at him for that because it is better to him. Vice versa. He's not gonna get mad at me because I'd be like, this is, bro. So if Michael Jordan is better to you, that's what's up. I might disagree, but I'm not going to knock you because of what you feel is better. When a person comes to me and they says, man, you know, I tried YSL myself and I like it, but La-Di-Da is better to me. Now I'm gonna ask them, why is it better? What makes it better? What is better about this to you? Well, I think the opening is better, or this is better, or that is better. Okay, cool, I understand that. Now, if I'm being objective, do I think this is better than this? No, I do not. If I'm just if I'm looking at it through a professional lens and I'm looking at it objectively, no, I don't think this is better than this. But I think this can be better to who is better for. Because the one thing that I know about Arabiat Prestige, what they typically do, which is what a lot of people in business do, is they go pay attention to the comments. See, what happens is YSL, Sephora, Ulta, Macy's, Nordstrom's, Neiman Marcus, Saks, all of these different companies, you know what people do? They leave comments, they leave reviews, and people track data. You know how when you download an app on your iPhone now, what does it ask you? Would you like this app to, like this app? Do you give the app permission to allow it to track you based on your activity with other apps? And it's amazing how you can say no, don't allow, but still somehow, I guarantee you, I talked about Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper gonna pop up on one of y'all screens. You're gonna see an ad about something about Dr. Pepper before the night is over. You're gonna see an ad, anything I talked about tonight, you're gonna see an ad at some point if you ain't already seen it within the last hour, within the next 30 minutes. They look at that data and they say, these are the pain points. The biggest pain point that people have with designers, they cost too much money. So what does the company come back and say? Yo, what if we can give you just as good as a product, but for half the price? Would you buy it? Sign me up. That's what the average person is gonna say. We gotta stop getting mad at average people. If you're an above average person, why are you mad at average people? That's when I gotta do this. I'm gonna wrap all of this up. It goes back to what I said in my video. I've never seen a rich person try to prove to a poor person that they rich. But we do it every day in this community. I have never seen a giraffe break his neck to lower himself to the point where he can have a conversation with that ant. The only way that ant is gonna have a conversation with that giraffe is that ant gonna have to come up, gonna have to work its way up to the point. Now, to some people, that sounds like you telling me to level up. That sounds like you telling me to get my weight up. In a way, I can't, like, it's not even possible for me to come down. I would be inconveniencing myself. I would literally be jeopardizing my literal nature to have this conversation with you. So if it's that important to you, Ant, to have the conversation with the giraffe, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna climb up this tree so we can have a conversation. Y'all want equity, but you're fighting for equality. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. You fighting for equality. You want to be treated the same. No, you want equity. You want everybody to have a level playing field. But Kendrick said it best. This is America. I ain't even gonna get into that. Y'all ain't gonna get me shadow banned out here. We done took this conversation way into the other left lane. So I've never seen a rich person try to. I've never seen a Mercedes, because now it seems like, well, wait a minute, Walt, you sound like a snob. No, I hold it both ways. Because if you rock with clones, then mind your clone business. If you rock with designers, mind your designer business. If you rock with niche, mind your niche business. If you rock with fragrance, just love fragrance. But if I got $200,000 worth of niche in my background, why would I spend all of my time being angry about this $40 fragrance right here? Now, I don't understand why we're so consumed with it. Because people out here are minding their business. They be like, man, this smells amazing. Man, this smells great. Man, this smell, and they just repeating what they heard somebody say. Man, that's better than the OG. How you know? Cause such and such said it. They're just repeating what they heard somebody say. Ain't that what average people do? Do y'all think average people think for themselves? I can hear Jim saying it right now. Walt, what do I always say? We got sheep, we got shepherds, and we got wolves. Do y'all think average people think for themselves? But if you consider yourself to be above average, why does it bother you so much? I think that's the question of the day, where we all need to quit. Everybody need to quit. We need to quit the foolishness. But I'll be the first partaker, and when I tell you I feel so much, I felt better. I mean, I wasn't in a bad space when I made the video. And y'all know I can just talk because I've been talking all night. But these are the conversations. The reason I pulled John in on because these are the conversations that I have. I've been having these. I wish Razor was still making content. Razor would tell you, be like, y'all, Walt been quitting since I first met Walt. Every month I get bored. But that's on me. That's on me. I told you I got what made me bored with niche is I'm tired of smelling rose oud. Like I want to smell something different. You know, so I had to go make myself go experience some other things. Cause I'd be like, just because I'd be like, Lord, that's one thing about niche. I'd be like, boy, y'all gonna put rose and oud in something. God somebody knows. Like designer, they gonna put lavender and geranium in something. And then a clone, they gonna put amber, vanilla, musk, and tonka bean. Guaranteed every single time. I'd be like, oh my God. Every fragrance has the same base. Amber, vanilla, musk, and tonka bean in some form, some combination. Every single one. So yeah, bro. That's where it is. That's where it is. I wanted to talk about several things tonight. We won't get to it, so you'll see me talk about it another time. I did want to highlight Link by Afnan. I think it is one of the best clones out there. I think it is a phenomenal clone, if that's what you're looking for. I did want to talk about Prada Carbon EDP. I will not be purchasing. I do not like the cypress. I think it's cypress because I think it's licorice. Is it lavender, licorice, and cypress? Nonetheless, I was a huge fan of the EDT. It was a fresher take on that Dior Sauvage type of DNA. It was I appreciated that, but I don't like it on skin. I've tried it several times. I even bought the travel size. It's in a bag. I don't like it. I told the boys that I was like, I don't like it. It's dry. It's something dry and peppery about it that I don't like. I do not, and maybe I'll feel different about it when it cools down because I think it is more suited for cooler weather. I am not a fan. But I tell you something that I do like, which you should see me doing a review about here soon. But this Wondrous Flight, y'all, it's springtime. We're getting into warmer weather. If you love citrus, but this has a beautiful citrus, ginger, very lemony. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God. This joint right. Like Mebesu can do no wrong. I got this one. Y'all know we talked about the Crumble Me Softly. And then the other joint that I'm in love with that review should be coming this month. I'll probably wait till we get closer to summer. It's too early to talk about this. But Passion Island, to me, one of the best vacation summer fragrances out there. Fire. But I love this right here. I love this. Beautiful citrus, lemon, grapefruit, mandarin orange, ginger. Oh man. This right here has to be in the conversation. If you're talking about vibrato, if you're talking about Tigar, if you're talking about Panador Aqua, if you're talking about Ingenious Ginger, and you're not talking about this, I think you tripping. I think you tripping. I think it's right up there. Not complete, like it's in that same profile, that same lane. I prefer this to vibrato personally. It's just something about, there's this weird wet sweetness in the opening. It only lasts for like 5 minutes. It only lasts for like 5 minutes and then it goes away, but it's just something that turns me off about vibrato. I almost let peer pressure make me buy that. I don't know. I still want to buy it, but it'd be a waste because I wouldn't wear it. But I think this is definitely sample this if you haven't gotten a chance. If you like that style of DNA, yeah. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Yo, Jason, you wild. Yo, you wild. Before I ask Dame how many times you've hurt his feelings, yo, one thing, look, I was laughing the last time we was live and Dame said, Jason said Ross fragrance smell like Virgin Island water. I was like, here we go. I was like, here we go. Yeah, Will, we about to be out. Mebesu got some good stuff, man. They got a couple of more. And yo, y'all know I'm a sucker for presentation. Some of y'all don't care. I care. Because especially for those people that like to display their fragrances, but they come in like this book style, yo. They come in like this book. So if you are like a collector, yeah, all of them come in this style. And then the fragrance sits in there. So this that Read a Rainbow. But it is good. It is good. Yeah, we can definitely do that, Twan. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Yeah, I just wanted to really kind of talk tonight. Ingenious Ginger, yeah, man, yeah. Yeah, Jim, the presentation is crazy. Yeah, but Ingenious Ginger is fire, bro. That dry down is crazy. That dry down is crazy. Shout out to Puerto Rico. KB, I do not, but I can sing you a sample. Yeah. Those I don't for a very specific reason. We gotta yo, and also, was it The Rock? It's somebody I owe a sample to. Jims, I got your pack coming. Dez, I got your pack coming. Harlan, it's somebody I was supposed to send I gotta look in my IG. It's somebody I was supposed to send a sample or something to. I think it was a Rayhan fragrance or something. D-Web, you know how it gets, man. Me and Jason had this debate. Well, what percentage of your purchase is influenced by the bottle or overall presentation versus the juice? What percentage of your purchase is influenced by the bottle or overall presentation? I say 10%. I say 10%. I say 10%. Yeah, I say 10%. Because as much of a bottle whore as I am, I'm telling y'all right now, I don't waste. Bro. Like my wife at the time used to get so upset with me because I would circle walk around the store. And so, you know, and then be like, you know what, I'm good. And then leave the cart there. I apologize to all of the people I used to do that to. I don't do that no more. But most of the stuff I'm buying now is stuff that I've sampled. Most of the stuff I'm buying now is stuff I've sampled. Yeah. I told you I have a list. I have a running list of fragrances that is like, it's either full bottle, yes or no. So if it's on that full bottle list, yeah, at some point it's just a matter of. So it just so happens though that I'm a designer. I'm a creative. I'm a designer. So like presentation means everything to me. But it is not, it is a very small driver into me buying. It intrigues me. So what happens is it makes me buy, it makes me sample it. So there's a brand, French Avenue has these joints called the Falcon. I was like, oh, that bottle looked crazy. I'm not buying that. I'm gonna wait till the hair store get it and I'm going to sample it. Shout out to Dylan. Dylan was showing something. I was like, yo, that bottle is crazy. There are certain bottles. Yeah. Bro, like real talk. I'm trying to find a bottle I bought. Goldfield and Banks Pacific Rock Flower I bought because of the bottle. I just looked at the color. I knew it was going to be good. I would say Electimus Imperium I bought because of the bottle, but I actually sampled it first. Like, bro, I legit, as much as I consider myself to be a bottle whore, I'm not lying. I'm looking around like I really don't buy. Anfar Tangerine Frost, that was because of the bottle. That was because of the bottle. Now that was the bottle, so that's two. But yeah, I don't, bro. It ain't. I love a good bottle. It just adds to it. So the bottle, the presentation to me, it is part of fragrance. Some people don't feel that way. I personally think so. Now it's amazing to me that niche heads, y'all don't include presentation. I'm like, bro, that's part of the marketing dollars. That's part of the story. Like y'all love talking about story. This is part of the story. This is a huge part of the brand. There's a story. That's the whole point. So I wouldn't dare try, but I know what it took to make this. I know what it took to design this. I know what man, this joint got raised lettering. You know how much this cost? That's why the fragrance costs so much money. When you look at the House of Dastan, this is not a random bottle. It looks like Persian architecture because the story is literally woven into the bottle. The emblem, it looks like Persian architecture. So, is it the driving force behind me making my purchasing decisions? No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. But is it a part of it? Absolutely. Absolutely. I think y'all, and I do that. I think y'all hear me be like, I'm a bottle whore. So but I'm like, real talk. I'm probably sampling that joint for, especially clone fragrances. I don't know the last clone fragrance I bought that I didn't already sample and get my nose on. And I tell y'all, when a brand reaches out to me to send me a fragrance, 9 times out of 10, either I already have a reference for it Or I'm like, yo, send me something first. Send me a discovery first, so I can then choose, because I don't want to get up here talking about something I'm not familiar with. I need to have familiarized myself with the fragrance before I get up here and run my mouth about it. I take pride in the way I present my content. I take pride in that. I can't speak to nobody else. Marion spoke to that earlier. I take pride in my presentation. So I really try to make sure as much as possible I can spend time. Y'all know I used to do a lot of first impressions. Ooh, let's crack this box open. And let's get, and I think there's still ways and opportunities you can do that, but I don't think that should be law, because I'd be like, oh, yo, we got to talk about this later. Like right now, this is good. And what would I do? I might try to go live, or I talk about it on the next live, or in several days, you see me be like, all right, I've been wearing it. I done got to the point. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I don't want the first impression to be the end all be all, to be like, yo, this is what we doing. Yeah. Woo. Hey, Will, you ain't got to worry about it. We about to get off of here. Twan says 35 to 40% buying off presentation. Yeah, I think that's a high number though. I think that's a high number. That's a lot of fragrances, bro. Have I ever been, like Jim said, I've been swayed by the bottle? Absolutely. But 40%? No, that's y'all like blind buying. Nah. Peace, love, presentation. Is it better to store your fragrance in the box or outside? Does it matter? I don't like throwing away the boxes. Honestly, as long as you keep it out of the sun. As long as you keep it out of, I don't think it matters whether you. People will say it's better to do this, it's better to do that. Yeah, that whole box thing, I don't think that matters, honest to God. And I got a host of boxes I gotta throw away right now. Like the cheap boxes, you get rid of. But like them Joe Milano boxes, no, I'm not. Them hard boxes, I'm not throwing them joints away. I think the aromatics boxes, I think they're cool. Now, to Mondo's point, Mondo buy a lot of artisanal stuff. It might be better suited to keep it in the box. But I'm not trying to pull out a fragrance out the box every single. I'm not I got too many, bro. If y'all can see what's like, you can't see like what's right here and what's on my desk. I can't keep fragrances in the box. That's too much work. Yeah, JJ style, I'm with you. It's about 5 to 10% for me. I ain't 35 to 40% based off presentation alone. Heck no. Because that's a lot of blind buying. That's a lot of blind buying. Now, Jim's made a point earlier to where he said, because you understand what the notes are in the fragrance. Yeah, I think, yeah, but I ain't even typically presentation is not coming into play with that. Yeah, I like Neeb's presentation because it's part of the bottle. Joe Milano boxes, I'm definitely not giving away. Oh, okay, I got you. I get what you're saying. But yeah, it's some cheap boxes out here. Like, my brother got mad at me because I was keeping Joe Milano boxes. He was like, yo, why are you keeping that box? And I got 4 new fragrances and a discovery set for them, so I'm probably gonna go through those this week too. But a box like this, man, you crazy if you think I'm throwing that away. Y'all done lost your mind. And then also, when I do PR, I try to keep those boxes. Yeah. Do you think you can get away with no limit in the summer? I think you can get away with whatever you want. I try not to put my seasonality things on people. I personally am not reaching for no limit in the summer because of the amorous. and kind of that iris feel in there. I personally am not reaching for that in the summertime. Now, if you work indoors, if you work in an air-conditioned environment and the majority of your day is gonna be spent indoors, you can wear whatever you want to wear. But if I'm outside, I'm personally not reaching for Amaris. Which is Amaris Home, which is what that No Limit is based on, MFK Amaris. Yeah, so that's just me. Now, I agree with that. 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 Because I've seen some interesting bottles that, yo, hot take. I don't have it with me. It's over there somewhere. But hot take. Also, Wednesday, I should have the video up. I just got to edit it for Haman from Regalian. Wait a minute. I got it the wrong whatchamacallit. Let's go back here. Haman from Regalian. This some strong juice, bro. And it's a lot going on in here too. This is not for the faint at heart. Snow, what's good with you? Snow, I have not forgotten about you. I got a series. Oh, my bad, Gems. I'm about 60%. I'm about 60%. 65%. This right here? Nah, this is not a dupe. That's not a dupe. That's an OG. My creator series, I'm getting ready to run, so I'm gonna pull you in on that. Bet. Yeah, my creator, I'm getting ready to run my creator. I've been trying to put this jump together forever. It literally has taken me months, and I got sidetracked with some other stuff. But if I had a choice, would you grab Royal or No Limit? Ooh. That's tough. Personally, I think Royale is Joe Milano's best work. Wild Card is their most popular. I think Royale is their best work. You can't base this off of me, fam. I love that Tribeca DNA. I love that Tribeca DNA. I reach for that more than No Limit. Me personally. I reach for that more than No Limit. So, but don't base that off of me. Don't base it off of me. Don't base it off of me. Yeah, don't base it off of me. Bruh. This La-Di-Da, they were some sick people. Bet. Depends on Royale and No Limit. Yeah, don't base that off of me. Oh, hot take. So y'all know how I hype this up, right? So this is basically Blue Talisman with leather, right? That Cold Opulence. I just got Cold Luminance from the hair store, which is a God of Fire representation. Hot take. It's better than this. This is going to be purely subjective. It's better than this, in my opinion. The mango in this can be a little bit nauseating because it can be over the top. I think the same thing with God of Fire in general. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think God of Fire is a bit overrated. I think there are other better mangoes out there. But as far as that DNA, I think the mango in this is so strong it can be nauseating. Y'all know what I say about Arabia Prestige. It is my fate. I'm trying to tell y'all, people sleep. I don't know why people sleep. People sleep. Yeah. That the cold luminance. So luminance, it's the gold bottle. So like that color, it's still in the box. It's the gold one. I prefer it over Vulcan Few. And I stand by that. Just like I said, this is better than Supremacy Collector's Edition. Do I recommend Coro for dudes? Handy, you know I do. Yeah. Yeah, you know I do. Yeah. I recommend everything for everybody. Bro. Fruity Rose, primarily marketed towards women. I love it. Nectar Blush, primarily marketed towards women. I love it. Latafa Dalal, primarily marketed towards women. I love it. Hawas Diva, primarily marketed towards women. I love it. Marshmallow Musk, primarily marketed towards women. I love it. I want, and I'm not saying this about you, Handy. Another Fruity Floral, primarily marketed towards women, and for my bell. I love it. White florals. Musk. I'm not saying this about you. I need men. Maybe I shouldn't say it like that. I need men to stop being afraid of florals. I need men to stop being I know men want to smell masculine. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like that, all this masculine stuff. What's the Sasquatch stuff? Y'all be washing with that? The Sasquatch stuff, y'all shower with that? That stuff stink. It smell musty. Check it. Y'all be washing with that? That stuff stink. It smell like straight pine tar. I be like, who want to smell like this? Yeah, I did, Raph. I did. Mondo, I don't understand. I don't understand. But I think because they don't understand that they are in a lot of the fragrance, because I'd be like, yo, y'all love geranium. It's in most of the designer fragrances that you love. People try to sneak rose in there, but jasmine, I say you actually like it. You just don't like when that's the focus, because it make them feel all tingly inside. Diva is a clone of if you hadn't told me, I could have asked you. If you hadn't asked me, I could have told you. Born in Roma, Intense. I think it's the Donna version. Yeah, Valentino. Born in Roma, Intense, Donna. Fire. I have cool water elixir. Yeah, it's nice. Would you put Tigar? Put the Tigar. I would put that DNA. Ooh, Imagination. For summer, in no particular order, I think the Imagination DNA, the Summer Hammer DNA, me personally, I'm gonna put Lamar in there before I would put Tygar, but I wouldn't be mad at somebody putting Tygar in there. That Tygar DNA is, yeah, it's hard to beat. But my personal preference. Now, if it lasted longer than 5 minutes, I would go afternoon swim, afternoon swim, afternoon swim. But I think for summer, Imagination, Summer Hammer, and Lamar, those 3 DNAs are what you would see me lean to the most. I wear the Tygar. So when I say Tygar, I'm talking about Tygar. I'm talking about Afnan Tarathi Blue. I'm talking about Ingenious Ginger. I'm talking about Panador Aqua. I'm talking about Mebezu Wondrous Flight, Arabiata Resto, all of those DNAs. I'll probably wear those more in the fall. You know how there's some citrus you want because they're more grounded in the base because of the woodiness that they have in the base and the musk. I usually reach something about the Tygar DNA. I don't even reach for it that much in the summertime. Now that I think about it, I reach for that more like the end of summer, like before we get ready to transition. It does something more for me in cooler weather. So yeah, that's just me personally. Mix Marwa and Lottie Da. I have not mixed Lottie Da, but I have mixed what's the other one? I'm looking at it. It's not Lottie Da. Lottie Dottie, Who Rocks the Party? It's in front of my face somewhere. Shucks. Lottie Da. Dang. I can see it, but I can't see it. Oh, the Panther, the Black Panther, Arabiat Prestige. No, hold on. It's what's the Panther joint? Dang, I can't call. I don't want to reach for it because it's in the back. Like, dang, what's the name of that junk? Y'all, what's the Black Panther fragrance? Yeah, we was talking about that earlier, Pickpocket. Oh, we've done that. J Styles, we've done that. Yo, I actually got that coming up in the video. Let me just grab it. I'm making a mess. Fahad Gaze. That's what it is. I'm not finna grab. Hold on, Fahad. That's what it is. Fahad. That's the other Arabiat Prestige joint. But that's the Gucci Guilty Elixir DNA. This joint right here. So that's that Fahad Gaze. But nah, I've actually layered this with the 10 ml I have of Imagination, and I've done it with Mara. I've also done it with the Aqua Dubai. I want Boo Jeremy Hectic. I just can't get my hands on it. I smelled Boo Jeremy Hectic on a guy in the hair store, and I said, bro, what are you wearing? And he was like, yo, it's an Imagination clone. I said, that don't smell like Imagination. He said, you heard of Boo Jeremy? I said, that's Hectic. He said, yeah, I said, no, that's not Imagination. That smells better than Imagination. I have not been able to get my hands on that junk. So if one of y'all got a plug, let me know. Let me know. Cause I need it. I need it. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. I am way, well, not necessarily tonight. I'm way over time. But I just, you know, I just wanted to kind of talk tonight. You know, that's it. And we got a chance to, you know, chop it up with Dedrick or whatnot on his live. So yeah, man. Yeah, Alexandria actually has a Black Panther, but I think it's their lot, but I was referring to the whatchamacallit. Ooh, what smells better, Lottie Dot or Nitro Elixir? Nitro Elixir. Oh, snap. Reinvented Sacred Bond used in the, I personally would not wear it in the summertime. I think spring is it. Smooth, you still trying to do it? I mean, it's 80 people watching. Hey, y'all, Smooth trying to give away Ocean Noir Parfum. Y'all want to do it now, or you want to wait till tomorrow? I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm right at the edge. I'm about to crash right now. I literally just hit that point. I just hit the mark. I just hit the mark. I just hit that mark. They talking about now. All right. Nightbot. Where you at? All right. Well, this is why you got to stick around. All right, keyword for the giveaway is ocean. Keyword for the giveaway is ocean. Hey, it's too late, Snow. Boy, they gonna be mad. Hey, but this ain't, yo, this is not coming from me. This is coming Smooth. I'm running it right now. Smooth. I'm running it right now. I'm running it right now. Yeah, we running it, Smooth. Dang, boy, y'all was sitting here chilling. The boys heard giveaway and they woke up. Good gracious sake. All this many people was watching. Yo, I ain't seen y'all all night. Y'all ain't commenting all night. Hey, I guess I gotta queue up the band. Hold on. Oh, I gotta queue up the band. I gotta queue up the band. Typing Ocean. This is for Michael Malure, Ocean Noir. Unfortunately, if you're watching on IG or Facebook, you have to be on YouTube to participate. You gotta be on YouTube to participate. I'm gonna give y'all 2 minutes to come over here, but you gotta be on YouTube to participate in this giveaway. I'm doing it on the behalf of one of my followers, but I personally am not giving this away. I will make sure you get it though, but you have to be on YouTube to participate. So you better get over here before the end of the song. If you're watching on IG, if you're watching on Facebook, hop on YouTube and type and look for Fat Boy Finesse. Ocean. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Smooth. Make sure you hit me on IG. I'm gonna tap in. We're gonna create a group message with the winner. And the winner is, wow, Ricky won. Ricky won. Ricky won. Ricky won. Hey, congrats to Ricky, yo. Congrats to Ricky. Congrats to Ricky. Congrats to Ricky. Shout out. Hey, so Smooth, hit me in a DM on IG. Hit me in a DM on IG so we can connect, or shoot me an email. Ricky, I feel like I got your email from something in the past. I feel like you won something from me before, but Smooth, hit me on IG so we can connect both sides so we can get that shipping taken care of. Now, Smooth done got quiet in here, y'all. I'm telling you, Smooth, you better hit me in my DM, Smooth, cause all right, bet. Okay, bet. So I got Smooth right there. Yeah, so we'll connect on IG. We'll connect in the group chat and make sure you get the address and all of the information. All right, y'all, I have been streaming for 3 hours and 43 minutes. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, man. We are here to stay. We are rocking out. Thank you for all the support. If you get a chance, go watch the other videos on the channel. I got a lot of content, you know what I'm saying, that's coming. Yeah. Y'all hitting these views, bro. So yeah, and you will see some more yap content from me specifically. You know, it's not always gonna be down and out and negative and all this kind of stuff or whatnot, but you will see some things. But nonetheless, I appreciate y'all. You know, y'all be easy. Have a good one. I'll holla at y'all. Remember, you will never be right to the wrong people. Good night. I got you, Twan.